Yeehaw! Woo! Yo, so how
Hi,
old are you?
I'm 21.
For sure, do you support Trump?
Actually, I was expecting for you to put another topic on, and I just want to say something real quickly, and then I'll go off so that someone that supports Trump can come up.
For sure.
But I just have a question for you, Parker. If God existed, like if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I give you just the
If,
name
I-
of
if, if what Christianity mean or a Christian just means that I think that Christianity is true.
by Christian, I mean that, like, if you could have the proof that convinced you that Jesus is God, for you to seek Him and have a personal
Like
relationship.
what I believe.
Like, because look, if Christianity truly is real, then you would be able to talk to
If
Jesus.
Christianity is true, I would think Christianity is true if there's the evidence.
Okay. And if Christianity is true and you think that, like, you would personally talk to Jesus, right? Because then that would mean that Jesus resurrected
I
and
don't.
came for you, right?
Sure. I mean, if Jesus was able to be talked to, I'd love to have a conversation with him.
Okay.
Does he do sit downs?
Yeah, like I talk to him daily and he answers.
How does he answer you, man?
He answers in different ways. Sometimes he answers by sending like people, and somebody tells me just like, "Oh, God put you in my thoughts, and I just wanted to say that everything will be okay," or things like that. Or sometimes you just
Couldn't
have,
there just be two people that believe and then they're just like also
yeah,
like willing
like
to feed into each other's beliefs?
everything that I'm gonna say, you could put it in the context of it could be coincidence or it could be real. So that's why I want to give you the name of two people so that you can research them and like see their evidence and just judge it for yourself. Maybe it convinces you, maybe it doesn't. That's fine. But I just want to like give you the tools so that if it like pulls a string.
Sure. You can give that to me. I'll follow you. You can send me that over DMs and whatnot. Appreciate you coming on though.
Okay, yeah. Well, have a great
Have a good day.
Bye.
All right, we're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you support Trump. We are just looking for some debates today. Please only send a guest request if you support Trump, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I support Trump because I hate black people.
That was like an actual fetus, dude. Why are fetuses are like that, bro? That's like straight their parents. That's like actually the parents. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Yeah, whoever. I wonder who that kid's parents are. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up? I am 25.
For sure. Do you support Trump?
Hell no.
All right, I am just looking for people who disagree. Appreciate you coming up, though. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Again, we are just looking for people who support Trump, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
For sure. What's your birth year?
I can't remember.
All right, we're going to go to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. Yeah, I'm just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 50. UK.
You're 50? Okay. 50, right?
So I support Trump.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
You do support Trump? Okay, why do you support Trump?
I support Trump and Boris Johnson from the UK because they're both clowns.
You support him because he's a clown?
Yeah, he said, did he not, on live TV, if you want to cure COVID, pour bleach into inject bleach into your veins.
Okay, dude, I don't know what the hell that guy's saying. We're just gonna go to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. We are just looking for some debates. All right, let's try to get on to the next individual real quick. Please only send a guest request if you support Trump, y'all. Joseph, how old are you?
I'm 18.
What's your birthday?
January 5th,
Year?
2005.
Okay. Do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
I don't know. I think he's the next, he's the next big thing of America.
He's the next big thing?
Yeah.
What is this, a Blueface song? Can you give me what do you mean by that?
Like, I think he can make America like close to Confederacy again.
What? Are you trolling?
No.
Why would you want the country to be like the Confederacy?
Well, you just got to think about it, man. Like, I think the liberals are slowly, like they're trying to take over again, man.
You're not good at trolling, bro. That was like actually terrible. That was like horrendous. Yo, it's up. How old are you?
You talking to me?
Yeah, how old are you?
Yeah. I'm 19.
What's your birth year?
July 25th, 2004.
For sure. Do you think that? Do you support Trump?
Yes, sir, I do, because of his policies on the border, taxes. The unemployment rate was down when he was in office.
It's been lower under Biden.
No, sir.
What specific policies?
Lost there.
What's up? It actually has been lower under Biden. You can look at that under the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It was 3.4% at
Can
one
I ask
point
you
under
one
Biden's
thing, though?
administration.
Did you vote for Biden?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Could you give me some reasons why I should vote for Biden next?
Well, I mean, it would all relate to like how Trump is like a threat to democracy. It would relate to like the policies that he implemented, specifically being in the benefit of people who are like rich and wealthy in this nation, not to the benefit of the average person. Lack of promoting of infrastructure development. We'd relate to federal judges in office, right? We would be holding back progressive legislation for decades. I can give many things like that. Oh, did he just leave? Okay, he just left. He unironically left. We're going to go to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get on to the next individual real quick. What is going on recently? Like, I'm actually so confused, chat. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up? Can you hear me? I'm 33.
For sure. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
Well, as an oil field worker, all I could say is whenever Trump was in power, this industry of the oil field was booming. Not only was booming, man, but everybody was making money. Everybody was eating good. And things was not so expensive how it is now.
Okay, so you're saying prices have changed. And Michael and Kobe, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So you're saying prices have changed. So if we look at like the prior and we look at now, we can't just say that because it is the case that prices have gone down, that necessarily means that it's related to Biden. We'd have to have some type of ability to demonstrate a causal relationship between the two, or a meaningful relationship between the two. So how do you demonstrate here that specifically Biden caused inflation to be the way in which it is?
Well, Biden doesn't believe for us, the United States, to be energy independent. He prefer buying the oil from across the sea, from Middle East, from Russia. So Trump does believe that.
Wait, can you give me like evidence to believe that Biden would prefer to be energy
He said it.
dependent
He don't
on foreign sources?
Think about it. The first week, I think it was in power, what he did, he shut down the pipeline. Thousands of people lost their job. That's the first thing that he did.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean that he wants to be energy dependent. That is going to relate to like environmental concerns, ecological concerns most times, and also it's going to relate to the fact that there was literally a treaty over that land, right? Already, that was not supposed to be in control of other people.
Yeah, but
there was already a treaty dictating that land.
Biden really don't want this country to be efficient when it comes to energy, when it comes to self-independent.
What are you talking about? We have more production of oil in the United States now than we had under Trump's administration.
Trust me, you know how hard it is to get a permit now to be able to drill.
Apparently not that hard, because there's literally more.
Well,
there's more production now than there was then. Well, are you talking about something else?
They had to do it. They had to do it because
so now the story's changing.
Was being wasted, so they had to do it, but they're not doing it because that's the plan. They're doing it because it has to do to be able to back up and fill up the reserves.
So we have more oil permits coming out now, right?
No.
So we're not producing more oil.
No. Well, we producing from well that's already been drilled and been producing since. But we're not opening new wells.
We actually, they are increasing the amount of permits.
You notice in Exxon, Chevron, Oxy, they don't have as much drilling rig as they used to have when Trump was in power. Exxon used to have 70 drilling rigs at a time here in West Texas in New Mexico.
Wait. Can you give me a specific source in which it would indicate, like on a federal scale, that Biden has decreased the amount of permits?
Well, I don't know from the top of my head. I could tell you from where I'm living right now. Well, I know the fact that I work as a well service tech, so I know what's going on. But if you do Google it, you do look into it, you're gonna notice how much less of drilling rig we got nowadays than we used to have with Trump was here. And not only that, with Trump
then
was here,
I wouldn't expect our production to be higher now. So
and when Trump was here, the barrel was around 40 to 45, right? Like I said, everybody was eating good, thing was not expensive, and we're still producing way more than what we're producing now. Because those wells are producing now.
we're producing more oil now, right? But it is the case that prices are higher, right? This is a global phenomenon. This isn't specific to the United States, right? And actually, you could relate to him, right? To like specifically it being like based upon like the Fed having more of an influence over what happened with inflation than we would relate to like the fiscal side. So I don't the fiscal side in relation to Biden versus Trump, because there still would have been a fiscal response under Trump, right? That's more or less going to be influenced by Congress as well. Okay. So,
okay, I don't want to take enough more time, but I do appreciate you bringing me on. I'm about to go eat, but I appreciate.
Wait, I just want to say that the Biden administration
go ahead.
has approved 6,430 permits for oil and gas drilling on public lands in 2 years, outpacing the Trump administration's 6,172 drilling permit approvals in the first 2 years.
Where you getting that from?
This is biologicaldiversity.org.
Okay, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna send you wherever I get my thing. Maybe you can see it under the comments when I do.
Okay.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Peace. All right, we're gonna go to the next individual. Please only send a guest request if you think that. So, I mean, if you support Trump, tap that screen, everyone. Let's run it up to 150,000 likes, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
42.
For sure. Do you support Trump?
Man, you got a bunch of likes there. Yeah, man, I definitely support Trump for sure, man.
What's up?
Well, actually, I was just listening to this guy. So, one of the things I do support Trump is he was definitely for drilling and for oil independence in our country. So you're saying
then he drilled less than Biden has.
Biden approved what? He approved way more permits in public?
No, he
Public,
it just seems
right?
like he's done on public lands, yeah.
Okay, so why did you vote for him?
So I mean, I voted for him because of like things like federal judges, right? Because of things like vaccinations in response to COVID, because of things
You don't care about the environment?
Oh, I do care about the environment. That's a concern.
So you
that I
voted
have.
for a president that drills more than Trump does?
This would have happened regardless of whether or not Trump or Biden is president, right? Because it is the case that there had to have been a response to the lack of supply when it relates to foreign.
Do you guys not see that he
You
lied
understand?
to
You
guys?
understand that our use of specifically like consumer gas powered cars are significantly less in terms of like the fuel as it would be for like other types of things that would be using fuel, like
right. So it's not dangerous
emitting to the environment. I'm not saying it's not dangerous to the environment. What I am saying is that you're trying to hold up. I'm saying that you're trying to outweigh it, right? To say that like it's somehow going to be so much and just so far as that it's going to sway my opinion about like Biden and I'm going to somehow support Trump when Trump would have been more lax as it relates to this scenario.
Absolutely, that's what we want. That's why we vote for him.
I understand that, right?
You voted for a fraud.
What do you mean I voted for a fraud?
The guy
You're the one who's voting for an individual that still claims that he won wait, Trump, hold up. He's still claiming he won the election years after, and you're saying that Biden's the fraud?
Yeah, he did. He did win that. He got way more votes than Biden did, but I'll get into that later.
Can you please give me some evidence of that? I'd love to see that, buddy.
How can you sit here and sit
Wait, can you give me some evidence of that?
Oh yeah, I could give you lots of evidence.
Go for it.
But I can't do it right here on TikTok. They'll throw me straight off of here. But what I'm saying
is somehow you're just going to get taken off.
I don't understand. I don't understand how you guys can be backing a guy that stood up there and said he was going to stop drilling, stop fracking for the environment, but yet you're going to sit here and say that he's drilling more than Trump?
I think all presidents make false promises, right? Things that they don't fulfill.
No, Trump didn't make any false promises. He said he was going to drill.
Mexico pays for the wall?
Yeah,
did Mexico pay for the wall?
Yeah, they did actually pay for the wall, and they actually paid for soldiers to be standing on the wall.
Can you show me that they paid for the wall specifically?
Yes, he put horrible excuse me, he put horrible sanctions on Mexico. Terrible.
No, can you show me that
that's the whole bunch of stuff coming in.
Can you show me
here.
that they paid specifically for the wall?
But you're still dodging the question I'm having. Why do you guys vote for somebody that promises you a bunch of stuff that he doesn't do?
You're doing the same thing.
So do you agree that Exxon and all the big corporations made more money?
What I'm doing is I'm not saying that I like Biden as an individual. What I'm
know,
saying
you hate
is that
Trump.
Biden is not as bad as the alternative.
Right,
okay?
you hate Trump. I know. That's why everybody voted for him.
No, that's the reality of a two-party
I
dynamic.
know you guys
okay?
vote on hate.
I don't think that there should
vote
be
on who we want.
Hold up.
Right.
You don't do that either. I think
No,
that there should be a
vote for the
multi-party
person that
democracy.
we want. We
Hold
wanted
up.
Donald Trump.
I think that
We've
there should
always
be
wanted Donald
I think
Trump.
that there should be a legitimate multi-party democracy. I think the current way in which we run our democracy has led to like a significant lack of progression and change as it relates to policy.
Right, you don't
and
really
I
get
think
to
that
pick
we
your candidate
require
either,
progression,
especially
and
the
change.
DNC. The DNC doesn't get to pick their candidate.
The DNC does pick their candidate.
No, y'all don't get to pick. You're told who to vote for. You guys didn't want Joe Biden. You wanted Bernie Sanders. I would believe you if you told me Bernie Sanders got it.
The reason,
But you guys didn't get a chance to pick your candidate. Y'all just like you just said, it's better than the alternative. But we picked our candidate.
I would have preferred Bernie too.
That's who we wanted. We wanted Donald Trump. That's what most of the country wants.
I don't think most of the country wants Donald Trump.
Yeah, I do.
And I think that's
most
very
of the
clear.
country wants
Wait, hold up. I think that's very, very clear as it relates to the polls. Right?
So you're saying
most
so
people
you're
didn't
saying
vote
that a
for
guy that
Biden.
got
Hold up.
62 million votes the first time he ran.
Most
and then he
people
got
did not
74
vote for,
million votes the second time he ran.
Hold up.
And you don't think he's more popular now?
Hey, most people did not vote for Biden because of them liking Biden. Most people
Right, I
voted
know.
for
They
Biden
hated Trump.
because they didn't like Trump.
Right.
So you making the claim that most people in America like Trump, I think that we all know is clearly false.
That
we
can't
know
be
that's
false.
not a true
If he
claim.
went 62 million, if he went from 62 million to 74 million, and the kind of people that are getting on national television right now that didn't get on national television before that are saying they're actually going to be voting for Trump, his popularity has risen a ton, especially after his house got raided by the federal government, which is illegal, by the way.
How many votes did Biden get?
Oh, who knows? It depends. It depends on how many ballots that each person turned in, I guess. So if you negate the 3 or 4 that each person probably turned in with his name on it,
the 3 or 4. What are you talking about?
Let's just say this.
Can you give me any evidence of widespread?
He had less counties. He had less counties than Jimmy Carter.
No, can you give me any evidence of widespread election fraud insofar as to overturn the election?
I'm just telling you, he got less counties than Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter got 35 million votes, and Joe Biden got less counties than he did.
Yeah, we're talking about a completely different time period. You understand how many more people exist today?
I understand that, but how in the world can you sit here and say somebody got 81 million votes that nobody really even likes?
Well, because they don't like Trump. That tells you that's a testament to like the reason why Trump is bad.
And I'm telling you right now,
I mean, not Trump is bad. The reason why people don't like Trump.
Side are already saying they're not even going to vote this time because they don't even like the guy, which is what we heard in 2020. And somehow
that's what people say. Wait, people say
votes.
that with every candidate, right? There are people saying that they don't want to vote for Trump.
We don't say that for Trump.
Or Republicans.
We want Donald Trump.
No, there are lots of other ones, but there's like a lot of basis as it relates to Trump that still exists.
There's a lot of people that really like Trump. There's not very many people that like Biden.
Yeah, again, but there's a lot of people that really, really don't like Trump as well. Okay,
right, but
and there's a lot more people that don't like Trump than like Trump.
Than there are that like Biden.
Fundamentally, there are more people that don't like Trump than like him. But regardless of whether or not there are more or less
people that like Donald Trump than like Joe Biden.
Right, regardless of whether or not there's more or less people, that doesn't determine who's right. But when we're looking at this evidence, when we're looking at the empirics, right? I mean, not the empirics. When we're looking at the elections, right? You'd have to tell me that either the people that Trump appointed into federal courts were corrupt and not accepting like these types of things of election fraud within the court system.
Yeah, there's definitely a problem.
So that would indicate that Trump was appointing federal judges that are corrupt and
Okay, well,
treasonous.
if you want to get into it, we could get into it. Okay, so what happened was this was.
What do you think this is? Where are
one
we?
of the things that happened was if what he's saying is true, if what Donald Trump is saying is true, and what millions and millions of people in this country are saying is true, with thousands and thousands of people who signed affidavits under the penalty of perjury that saw fraud, if that is true, that is probably the biggest crime in American history. Would you agree?
Yeah. Can you give me sufficient evidence?
I'm just asking you, is that the biggest crime in American history?
Are you
if it's
saying
true?
if the election if election was
Right, if
stolen,
somebody
is
stole
it
the
biggest
White
crime?
House-
Is it a
if
big
someone
crime?
stole the
Yes.
White House, that's the
Yes.
biggest crime in
It
American
is a big crime. Can you
Right,
give me
so a
evidence that that's stolen?
Judge is not going to make a decision on that in a couple weeks.
What do you mean? They've been given way more than a couple weeks.
No, they weren't. They were given
It's
a
been
couple
years.
of weeks.
It's been
You're
years.
saying that all of those courts turned down all of those cases, right?
These are people appointed by Trump. You understand
Right.
that, right?
They
A
turned
lot
down
of
those
them.
cases, right? Did that happen? They turned down what's y'all's favorite number? 60 cases or something like that?
I'm not quite certain on the exact number. I know it's a lot of cases.
There was a lot of cases.
My point.
A smart judge is not going to take on the biggest crime in American history unless every T is crossed and every I is dotted, and that's what happened.
Yeah, so that proves you that there's not
Not in a
proof
couple
then.
weeks. Not in a couple weeks. That takes a lot longer than that.
They've had more than a
they're
couple weeks, man.
They're actually still putting all this stuff together, and it's still happening.
So they've had more than a couple of weeks. If they're still putting it together, it seems
Not
like
when
don't
they
have
turned those down.
Seems like Trump. It seems like they don't have
You're
sufficient
agreeing
proof
to me
yet.
that those 60s were turned down. When
I think
were they turned
what
down?
you're doing right now is you're conceding that there's not sufficient proof right now, but we might be able to find it in the future.
There is sufficient. There is sufficient proof. But what I'm saying
where's the
is
sufficient
when the
proof?
courts turned it down, when Giuliani and all of those lawyers brought it to the courts, it was like 4 weeks into it. There wasn't a whole lot of time. And they threw a bunch of stuff together hoping somebody would take it. And a smart judge probably isn't going to take that because we're talking
So
about
you're saying they
the
didn't have
biggest crime
sufficient
in
proof
American
when they sent it
history.
in.
Right. You're talking about the biggest crime in American history.
So are you conceding they did not have sufficient proof when they sent it in?
If there wasn't any fraud, then why hasn't any of those thousands and thousands of people that signed affidavits that said they saw fraud, how many of those people have been arrested?
I'm not quite sure of the specific claim that you're making.
None of them.
I'd have to look. I'd have to look. Right, but
There's
are you?
fraud.
Hey, are you specifically? That's not sufficient proof. You're not giving me sufficient proof there, right? And
Well,
are you
somebody would get
specifically
arrested
conceding?
for signing
Hey,
an
man, please
affidavit,
let
wouldn't
me
they?
finish my question. All right, please let me finish my question.
Okay, go
right?
ahead.
Are you conceding to the notion that there was not sufficient proof provided to the courts initially?
Initially, right. That's what I'm saying.
So there was not sufficient proof. So what has
At the
changed
time.
since? What has changed since then that now gives us sufficient proof?
There's a ton of the change. And like, for instance, they just found, I want to say it's 18 or 19,000 dead people that voted in Michigan. There's
dead people vote in every election. Can you give me evidence it's more proportional?
99% of the nursing homes voted. 99%. Now, come on. And all of those votes went to Biden. Here's what I'll say. If the election was being counted and all of a sudden you stop an election, you stop the count.
Wait, can you stop? Can I ask you about that question?
The next morning and the numbers have changed.
I'm just gonna fucking ask you about that. I'd like to be able to go claim by claim here because you're making claims that I don't think have sufficient proofs. All right, as it relates to the nursing homes vote, where are you getting that 99% of a nursing home vote went to Biden?
In Wisconsin, 99% of it. 99% of the people that 99% of the residents in nursing homes
In
voted.
like a specific one is in a specific nursing home or in all nursing homes?
All nursing homes in Wisconsin. 99%. That is very
can you show
strange.
me? Can you show me?
Yeah, I can show you.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
But
like that's.
there's plenty of other
I'm
things
calling
that went
cap on
on.
that.
Even in Georgia, they didn't do an audit in Fulton County for some reason.
Hey,
but
I'll
they
give
did
you time to go.
audits in all
Can
the
you,
other
can you actually go
counties.
find it right now? I'll give you time to go look that up. I think that's such a ridiculous claim that I think that you literally should go look it up right now. We'll give you time. I can't hear you when you're paused, but that is such a complete BS claim. 99%. I don't even think that's possible. I could think maybe for like one specific nursing home or a few nursing homes, but for all of them in an entire state? Yeah, I don't know. His claim is 99% of people in nursing homes in I think Michigan, right, voted Biden. And I don't think that's true. There were a few. I'm guessing there are a few because, like, I'm guessing there are a few nursing homes that are more liberal leaning. So to say that there are like people that congregate that think similarly, obviously makes sense to me. Wisconsin, yeah. Did I say Michigan? I meant to say Wisconsin. Sorry, I apologize. They're the same. Michigan and Wisconsin are the same, even though I'm literally from the Midwest.
Michigan and Wisconsin are the same. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm just trolling. He doesn't know I'm literally from Iowa, bro. Wake the F up. I am completely
a long
up.
time to go look find this, but I could.
I know because it doesn't exist.
Anytime you want to.
It doesn't exist.
Anytime you want to.
I promise you, it doesn't exist.
But my very biggest point is I would really, especially the DNC,
would you like me to send you a source debunking that claim?
I'm telling you that if Donald Trump, if he was so hated, then how did he go from 62 to 74? And I promise you, he's gotten more popular since then. So I would highly recommend not stop pretending that he hasn't gotten more popular. And Joe Biden has lost a ton of popularity. You're showing me a headline, dude. That doesn't mean nothing.
This is from Fact Check Federal. I want you to look at the title. I'm trying to get you to look at the title.
I know. This is
so that you can look it up, my guy.
I will look it up and I'll send it to you. I will. What's your name, Parker? I'll follow you. I'll send it over to you so that way you can take a look at it.
Yeah. So I'd like to see that first, right? Second of all, right, I want you to address the specific claim. Why did Trump put in corrupt judges?
What? Say that again.
Why did Trump put in corrupt judges?
He didn't put it in corrupt judges.
Corrupt administrators like Mike Pence, Bill Barr. Aren't these corrupt individuals because they said that Biden
Nobody
won?
Said that they were corrupt. No,
they're saying Biden won, and he clearly, under your view, they clearly lost, right?
Okay, have you gone on and looked at it? I'm sure you haven't, but have you ever gone on Truth Social and seen Donald Trump say anything bad about Mike Pence?
I don't go on Truth Social.
Right. He's never done that. And he's always defending Mike Pence. Even to this day, he defends him. Even though there's a lot of Trump supporters that are very upset with him because he didn't do his job on January 6th. So we don't have to get into that if you don't want to. But
yeah, he definitely did.
There was a big problem that happened on January 6th that everybody's going to find out about. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
What are they going to find out about?
That there was interference in the proceedings, but it wasn't from who you think it was.
Wait, sorry, say that one more time.
There was interference, right? Somebody interfered with the proceedings that happened on January 6th. You agree with that?
Someone interfered with the proceedings?
Yeah, whenever they do the vote count, the electoral count, somebody interfered with it.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the election?
No, I'm talking about the electoral counts on January 6th. You know when they count the electoral?
Which ones?
Whenever they count the votes?
No, which ones specifically?
Which one do you mean? What specifically?
Which specifically?
All the states. They open up all the electorals and they count all the states, and then they have a chance to object to any of it, and some of them do object, some of them don't object. It happens every January 6th. And then the vice president says, okay, it's good to go. And then they do. Somebody did interfere with that proceeding.
Are you trying to talk about like the insurrection?
That wasn't an insurrection, dude.
What's an insurrection? Okay, they literally had like guillotines, my guy.
Yeah, I know. Those are
Is that not like an attempted insurrection at least?
Those are props.
Props?
Nobody used those. Nobody used those on anybody.
Props?
Yeah, those were props.
So no intention to use?
No, those were props.
How do you know?
I watched it. Nobody used them.
I watched it. Well, just because it didn't use it doesn't mean it's a prank.
Well, I didn't say it was a prank.
Why would you bring that as a prank?
It's all
or a prop.
It's all theater, man.
They were literally calling for Pence's death, weren't they?
I know.
What are you talking about?
Doing that. I'm not saying they weren't, but somebody did interfere with what was supposed to happen on January 6th. but it's not who you
Wait,
think.
I can't believe that you literally are saying it's a prop, dude. That's actually wild, bro.
Did you not see it? What did it look like to you?
Bro, to me, I think, dude, to me that looked like an actual, like,
It's a pretty good prop. I agree. It was good. It was scary. I know.
Creepy. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate the 9-month. Okay. Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. I know some people that were there. I talked to a lot of people that were there.
So you know people that were there at the Capitol?
Not at the Capitol. They were down at the where he did his speech. I don't know anybody that was actually at the Capitol.
I feel like you're just saying that.
No, I'm serious. I was texting somebody because when I was watching it on TV, just like everybody else was watching it, I texted him and asked him if he was okay.
Can we get
and he
some
wouldn't
caps in
respond
chat?
to me till later that night. And then he responded to me and said, I have no idea what you're talking about. We didn't see anything.
Can we get some caps in chat? I don't know about that one, but sure. Right. I can send you a Reuters article that talks about Trump Truth Social post criticizing Pence for testifying in election probe is fake.
I said that he's never called for Pence's hanging. He's never called for him to be hurt. He's always defended Mike Pence. He really has. I've read a bunch of his stuff.
Wait. Okay. So, yeah.
I know there was a guillotine. I know, it was crazy.
Okay. Okay. As it relates to wait. Say that again. You're just trying to say it's a prop again. Okay. Yeah. I don't think that that's going to be true. Chris, I appreciate
whenever
the
they
subscription.
set
Thank you so
fire
much.
to the church that summer, right next to the
Haley, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
next to the White House, when they set fire to the grass and they set fire to that church, was that as bad, or is that not the same?
Set fire to the church. I think it's bad to engage in violence typically.
Okay. No, I do too. Anybody that engaged in violence should go to jail.
Well, we'd have to see like what do you mean by violence, and we'd have to go.
Well,
through
what
that
violence is, right? Anybody that commits violence should go to jail. You agree with that? No matter what side you're on.
Wait, what do you mean? What type of violence are you referencing? Like police officers? Should they go to jail?
What's up?
Should people who are engaging in self-defense and commit violence in self-defense, should they go to jail?
No. I'm talking about the people that go in and commit violence against anything. Like if they
against innocent people,
unprovoked violence when they go in and do unprovoked violence.
Yeah,
they should go to jail. I don't care what side you're on.
Yeah,
for sure. All right, man. I gotta go. Okay. I'll holler at you next time, bud. Thank you, sir.
All right. We're going to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get up to the next person, y'all. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get up to 150,000 likes, everyone. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio. I still can't get any gifts left on here on TikTok, so the only way to gift me here on TikTok is through like the subs still. That is the only way, y'all. But it's not accepting this individual. We're going to try the next real quick. Please only send a guest request if you think that, if you support Trump, y'all. Do you support Trump? No, I do not. Of course not. Where was his proof? He never provided it. We never got anything. I'm still waiting for it. That's what it is. Why can't you receive gifts? TikTok, it's like glitched. It's not really working. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm trying to get this person up here. It's not accepting this person. We're going to try the next. Again, only send a guest request if you support Trump, y'all. As well, everyone, we're going to be on very late tonight. It's like only 30 minutes into the live, y'all. We're only 36 minutes into the live, so we're gonna be on for a while, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
32.
For sure. Do you support Trump?
Hello? Yeah, absolutely. I support Trump.
Why so?
Absolutely. It's because, man, there's never been really like somebody who comes out and just like tells it how it is, the way Trump does. I love the way that he doesn't sugarcoat nothing, he says it how it is. Yeah, sometimes some of the stuff he says, the rhetoric that he uses, can kind of ruffle some feathers. But, I think that a lot of the time what the media does is like take little segments of some of the things that he says and, misconstrue it, make it look like something it's not, and, before that, there wasn't many candidates who would come out and not take these big donor packages and he funded his whole campaign himself. So that's pretty much why I supported Trump in the beginning. But now it's just man, Joe Biden's just terrible, you know what I mean? And who else is gonna be able to beat him, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. So, we could just ask about this. So, sure. So do you care about democracy?
Sure, yeah.
You like democracy?
I like democracy.
Do you think Trump won the election?
The last election?
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely some things, some questions, you know what I mean, that I have to ask about that, but no. I mean, I would say no.
So Trump didn't win the election.
No, he didn't win the election, but Biden won the election.
Oh, so do you think it's a threat to democracy for him to claim years after the election that he still won?
Well, see, that's the thing, because Biden technically did win the election, but there were some sketchy things that happened in that election because,
Yeah, but he's still claiming he won and you think he didn't win. So do you think that's a threat to democracy?
No. Why would that be a threat to democracy?
Yeah, someone claiming that they won the election when sufficient proof says otherwise.
I can claim I won the election, even though if I didn't run, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we should vote you into office. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, I'm not running for president.
Appreciate the staff. Thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate. Thank you so much. If you're a running candidate and you lost the election and you continue to say that you won years after, yeah, that's absolutely a threat to democracy, right? That's the full opposing side of the country. There's 74 million people that voted for this guy. Okay, I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to believe out there the election was legitimately stolen when there's not sufficient proof to believe that, just because Trump follows that belief. That's it.
I mean, there are some.
And no, not all for Biden. Can you give me a single source for that?
I mean, I heard it somewhere.
Oh, trust me, please, bro. Please trust me. Just please, bro. I'm begging you, man. Please, just trust me. Random TikTok individual that saw some random video. Trust me, bro. Please, man. Come on. We need some better proofs than that. That sounds like what a kindergartner would say. Can we put on the critical thinking cap and provide some evidence real quick?
Well, I mean, this isn't something that I think about all day, every day. You know what I mean? I'm not like on the internet doing research and like
But you're gonna
finding
vote.
evidence for like debates
But you're gonna
and stuff.
but you're gonna
like-
vote for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so again, you're gonna vote for him, but you don't have sufficient reasons as to why.
No, I do.
Like,
I do. Because I genuinely believe that, you know, Joe Biden is destroying our country. That's what I mean, honestly, I don't even
what did Joe
care
Biden do
about-
specifically that is destroying the country?
What is he not doing that's destroying the country? He is the most pathetic president in US history.
That's not telling me what he did to
all right,
destroy the
so
country.
just one thing.
Can you give me
just
what
one thing is
specifically
his
he did to
cognitive-
destroy the country?
All right, well, just one thing is his cognitive decline, all right, is very evident. Everybody can see it.
Sure.
The guy is senile. You know, he's deteriorating right before I. And, you know, it's kind of sad to see, but, like, you know, he's not fit to be the president. You know, and I
Neither
don't
is
even
Trump.
really care.
Neither is Trump. Fuck. You think Trump is?
Well, I think Trump is more fit to be the president.
Trump is
than
not
Joe Biden,
sane.
but I just don't
Trump
think
is
that
literally
any
not
other
sane.
Republican. I just don't
I think
that any
Biden
of
is
the other
more fit to be
Republican
president than Trump, even
candidates
given
are
his current
going
mental state.
to be able to beat Trump.
What's up?
I don't think that the other Republican candidates are going to be able to beat Trump. That's
okay.
why I would give my vote to Trump.
Okay, so I mean, again, do you think other candidates are better than Trump?
Oh, sure.
You do?
Sure.
Okay, so if you think that other candidates are better than Trump, well, then I would just ask you specifically who.
Who?
Yeah, who?
Well, I mean, I like Ron DeSantis.
What do you like about Ron DeSantis?
He's just like he's against the left, you know. Everything that
He's
the
against
left
the left.
is doing is like,
Wow,
yes.
that characterized every single one who's on the Republican side. Can you please give me something unique, specific to DeSantis that you specifically like?
Well, I like his demeanor. I like how, you know,
His demeanor.
how
What
he
about his
plays
demeanor?
things out and shit.
What about his demeanor?
Well, he's just. I just think that he's like.
I
a
just
smart
like
guy,
him,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
I just like him, man.
I just like him. Yeah, exactly. I just like him.
You sound like a fucking kindergartner, dude. Can you stop voting and affecting people's lives on the basis of a kindergartner reason? Please. We should put some more critical thought into this, please.
Well, what about Vivek Ramaswamy?
Vivek?
I like that guy
Vivek?
too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So
Vivek.
do you believe the climate change is caused by humans?
I don't know, man. I don't think there's any climate change really.
Okay, well then you're objectively wrong. Okay, you clearly
Objectively
are
wrong.
right? But
I think
he
that's
thinks that the
subjective.
agenda for it, like our response to it, is like a hoax. That doesn't even make any sense. That's like a nonsensical claim. And I guarantee,
Well,
I'd love
I
to go
mean-
through all of these. I'd love for Vivek specifically to come on my live. That'd be great. He just got removed from community guidelines. We got to go on to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you if you support Trump, y'all. Let's get up to the next individual, y'all. Keep tapping that screen. Let's run it up to 250,000 likes, everyone. All right. He was gone a minute and said his name. Yeah. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Who, me?
Yeah, how old are you?
62.
For sure. Do you support Trump?
Yes.
Why so?
I like his policies.
What policy specifically?
Well, he's pretty damn good with foreign affairs. I like the idea of the wall. I don't like all of his policies because I don't think he. I question his policies when it comes to money, like taxing and stuff. But what can you do?
Oh, okay. So all I've heard that you like about Trump is that you like the wall. So what specifically about the wall do you like?
I like keeping all the bad people out. We ain't a country without a wall.
So what makes you think that we can't keep bad people out of our country without a wall? And also, what makes you think that there are more bad people coming to the country, dude, or without a wall? Because you understand that undocumented immigrants, right, or even immigrants in general, are less likely to commit crimes than natural-born U.S. citizens.
There's a way to get in our country the right way. If it's done the right way and we vet them, that's the way you do it. No,
But our process takes so long that it incentivizes people to go through the country through undocumented measures. And actually, most people who come through the country like undocumented actually fly here and overstay a visa, right? So the idea that most people are coming through the country like by running through the border is just not true, right? So like, if we're going to put an emphasis on limiting people coming into the country undocumented, well, then it seems like you would put more of an emphasis on the visa process, not the wall.
Well, I agree. Well, there's part of that. I think we should have both. I think they need to learn how to get the process faster. They need to work on that. So they're just working on the wrong things, and the law stops. Not everyone, but it does stop a lot. And you're going to tell me, you can't tell me, you cannot convince me that Biden just saying, I don't care how many thousands of people come through our border, welcome all, come on all, that's safe for us. You can't convince me of that.
So I can't convince you. Like
most of them. Well, that's kind of hard to say because seeing as how the Democrats have been after his ass ever since he come down that escalator, didn't give him a chance to do anything much. He was too busy fighting impeachments and all this other shit that they've been throwing at him, trying to get him. They've been trying to cheat, lie, steal, do whatever they could do to get him out of office. So, not too many people, I don't care how good you are or how good of a president you would be, you can't do much when you got all this shit coming after you like that.
So you're just
you don't
saying
give them
that,
a chance.
The reason why Trump didn't do anything in office and didn't do anything in terms of policy is because they were constantly after him in terms of the legal battle. Okay, so why were they constantly after him in terms of a legal battle?
Well, mainly because he mentioned that he was going to drain the swamp. He was going to get rid of people that were making money and still making money off of our taxes and off of deals that they made.
How come there were more people with indictments under Trump's administration than?
You know, you made bad decisions because you didn't know. And, you know, if he would have been a politician, if he would have paid more attention to what he really wanted to do or who he wanted to hire before he decided to run president, then he probably would have done better.
So you're saying that Trump didn't do well as it relates to picking his administration. You're saying that he didn't have much effective policy. So what reason do we support Trump? If he didn't have effective policy, if he didn't pick people correctly, what did he do?
Well, he didn't pick. He didn't. Everybody he picked wasn't bad. Just some of them. And
Sure, but he was more likely to put someone in that we would considerably say to a higher degree that's bad, right? Then we would probably say like typically with like a Biden or an Obama or even like a Romney, right?
Romney's, I don't know. I don't know about him.
I'm just comparing to a prior Republican candidate, right? Because he was the prior candidate to Trump.
So was DeSantis, and I don't like him either.
DeSantis was not a prior candidate to Trump.
Oh. Well, the wall was one of Trump's accomplishments that would have worked. You would have got that, and don't give me that crap. Don't start saying that. Well, he promised that China or that Mexico was going to pay for it, because Mexico was paying for it. Not all of it, but they were paying for it. How? All the soldiers that he put on the border on the Mexican side to protect that.
That's not paying for the wall.
Yes, it is. You know how much he has. You know how much the leader of Mexico has to pay those soldiers to stand there and protect the wall.
Yeah,
that costs money. That costs them money. It's not coming in our pocket, but it's money that we don't have to pay.
Yeah, so I don't think that I mean, that was with sanctions, but I don't think that's specifically for the wall. Like, he made a claim specifically about making them pay for the wall.
And one, no matter who you are, one could always wish. One could always hope. Just because he says that they're going to pay for the wall doesn't mean that just because they didn't, that he's lying. That doesn't make him a liar.
No, what I'm saying
they didn't do what he wanted them to do.
I would say there's a false promise there, but you could point out false promises as it relates to Biden. Biden promised he was only going to be a one-term president, and he's fucking running for another term right now, right? So there's false promises as it relates to almost every politician that exists. That's just a claim that I brought up earlier. That's
true,
but people rejected. But
Trump ain't a politician.
Yeah, he is, by definition.
And
he's by definition a politician. You're like objectively wrong.
So you're yeah, whatever. What about you say that it's bad that Trump was listening to other people on who to pick what to do. I got news for you. Biden ain't running this country. Someone else is running this country, not him. He may make it look like he is, but he's not running this country. Someone else is, and I hate. I mean, if I were to take a wild guess,
Biden's not running this country. How do you know Biden is not running this country?
How do I know? Because he's not fit to run this country, and the Democrats, well, they've been known to push people through and keep them there, even though they're not.
He probably, I would say he's probably not fit to be president, but I would say Biden, or nor is Trump, right? So my standard would apply to both of them. But I think that he can fulfill most of the capacities. I just don't think that he fills it to the sufficient standard that I would like.
Yeah, pulling our troops out early, getting you know how many Americans have died while he's in president. You can't. No, nobody. We didn't even go to war when President Trump was around.
So what about the increased military drone strikes in the Middle East? What about specifically Trump unaliving General Soleimani, which almost could have led to some type of war type conflict? That in itself is a war type conflict. So, like, I mean, he engaged in things that we would consider military acts, right? He didn't withdraw from all regions that we were currently involved in, right? I don't see reason why you wouldn't believe that he's at least to some degree engaging in military conflict globally, that was engaging in wartime activity.
Well, he certainly acts more like a commander-in-chief than Biden does.
Can you give me the relevant distinction between the two? As it relates to that? As it relates to specifically how they treat being commander in chief?
Well, pulling the troops out of Afghanistan.
That was Trump's plan.
It was his plan, but not how it was pulled off. He didn't want to pull them out that early.
Yeah.
He would have never got rid of that airport. He would have kept it.
You just lied. Wait, hold up. You just lied. You said he didn't want to take him out that early. Actually, the date in which Trump set was earlier, in which the date Biden then agreed on after the one in which Trump set. So, like, they got an extension on the date. So Trump was set to leave earlier.
Yeah. That wasn't a lie. Anybody can take it. No, anybody can make a prediction, and then then when you realize that prediction ain't going to work out, then you make a change of plans, and you do something else. That's not a lie. That just means his plans failed.
Yeah, no,
and he had to come up with something else.
No, you lied.
I didn't lie. How did I lie?
You said specifically that Trump, what was it, that Trump, it was before
wouldn't have pulled them out.
You said Trump. Early. You said he wouldn't have Trump pulled them out that early, which is a lie, because Trump literally was set to claim that earlier. Was set to pull them out earlier, and then Biden got an extension.
But it didn't work out. If he would have stayed in presidency, if he would have still been president right now, and that's in that situation, maybe he wouldn't. Maybe they were too afraid of Trump, and they wouldn't have done anything else, and they could have pulled him out early, and nothing would have happened. Who knows?
What? But, afraid of Trump? What are you talking about?
Why did we lose men? Why did we lose soldiers when they were pulling out? When Biden was pulling out everybody, why?
How many soldiers did we lose?
I don't remember. 13.
Well,
the car bombing at one of the gates or something.
Can you give me a reason to believe that wouldn't happen if Trump was president?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that would have been a fact. I just said that maybe they were afraid of him, and they wouldn't have done that.
Can you give me a reason to believe that they'd be more afraid of Trump?
Well, I personally can't, but he sure does think so. He thinks that Putin's afraid of him.
Okay, so I don't think Putin's afraid of him. Can you give me a reason that Putin's afraid of Trump?
Well, because Trump ain't afraid to pull the trigger, and Trump ain't. You tell how many dictators did Trump get killed because they killed one of ours?
I
Two?
don't know. Who?
I don't remember their names, but there was two. There was two. They weren't dictators. They were just like leaders of a terrorist group, and they went and killed some Americans. So we went after him and killed them. Him, the leader.
That's not.
And don't tell me that's never been done. Don't tell me that's never been done by any other president of the United States.
There have been leaders killed by other under other presidents' administrations. What about under Obama's administration when they got Bin Laden?
Well, yeah.
Was that Obama?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Obama.
So and what was the one with the newest one, the latest one, I should say, where who'd they find buried underground and hiding in a cave?
Are you trying to talk about Bin Laden?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that would happen.
I have bad memory. I had a stroke.
It's fine. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So my brain don't think. Oh, thank you.
You're good. Don't worry, man. Is there anything specifically else that you'd like to talk about?
I did have something else, but because I was trying to listen to you talk to the other guy, and and I would have said something different than what he said. So I guess I can't remember. No, I'll let you go. And
For sure, man. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
I follow you, so I'll check you next time.
For sure. I'll see you then. All right, we're going to go on to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you support Trump. We are just looking for some debates. Again, please only send a guest request if you do support Trump, y'all. Keep tapping that screen. Let's run it up to 250,000 likes, everyone. All right, it's not accepting this person. We're going to try the next, everyone. Please only send a guest request if you think that, if you support Trump. How's everyone doing today, though? I've been on a bit later today. We've been on for barely like an hour, I think. We still got like 5 hours left on the live, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
41.
For sure, do you support Trump?
Yes. I mean, to an extent, I support Trump. I mean, I won't lie. I have voted Republican and Democrat since I graduated high school. I voted for Bush. I voted for Obama. And this time I did vote for Trump, yeah. And I will vote for him again.
Why so?
Well, some of the stuff y'all touched on, like Soleimani, so people don't realize the reason we attacked Soleimani is Trump warned him 2 weeks in advance. If you go try to attack the American embassy, we will bomb you. And they found out they were planning an attack on the night to bomb the embassy. And that's when he said, yeah, do it. Just bomb it, get it over with, just to get that one out of the way.
Yeah, but my point is that there's still war-type conflict that Trump is engaging in.
Oh, well, that's every politic, brother. None of them are perfect.
That's my point. That's actually exactly what my point is.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
No,
because they're trying to say that
perfect.
like Biden is like uniquely wartime, right, comparative to Trump.
But at the same time, Trump's the only one that didn't start any wars since, God, what was it?
What do you mean start any wars? Like,
didn't start
like
any.
I mean, I think that he engaged in war type action. He increased military drone strikes in the Middle East.
And most of the time they were justified, though. Of course, I was also military, so.
You could say that it's just, but like, isn't that exactly what every neocon would say? Or
Yeah,
whatever,
true.
or what every neolib would say about like the different people that they follow. They'd always say that the particular things that they invade in are justified. That's the whole point of it, is they wouldn't engage in the behavior if they didn't try to rationalize it.
Yeah, exactly. But, well, then explain this. I mean, I can understand people's stance both sides of the wall. I understand both sides of it, But I mean, a lot of the Democrats is like, oh, we don't need a wall. We don't need a wall. But at the same time, let's send $860 billion to Ukraine to build up their defenses so Russia can't get in there.
Wait, how much did you say they sent to Ukraine?
It was either 186 or 860. I can't remember. They sent hundreds of billions.
I think we sent like 80 billion.
So okay.
So far, they might have sent more as of recent.
Yeah.
Right. So it might be a little bit more than that now. But it's definitely not 800 billion. And we repurposed 10% of our military budget, which is actually it's a loan, right? So
yeah,
if it's a loan specifically, that we're going to get that money back plus interest.
Yeah, but here's the problem: how many of them are actually going to pay us back? That's the question. I mean, at least when Trump went after our country, I'll raise your taxes. He did. He told them, hey, and he did it. I mean, he made us a major exporter of energy, and then as soon as Biden gets in, now we have to.
We're still a major exporter.
Not like we
but
were.
We have importing. That's sort of happened under Trump. Yeah, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. I appreciate it because we were still getting imports from Russia under Trump's administration.
But
to greater extent.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, you got like the lesser of two evils. I mean, Biden was.
I think it's Biden, not Trump.
For 40-something years, he was in politics. Only passed one bill, and that one bill hurt more families than.
What do you mean he only passed one bill?
He passed one bill with Bill Clinton in '94. That was the crime bill. That's the only bill he got passed.
What are you talking about? He's passed other bills. What are you talking about?
No.
We can pull up his bills that he's passed. I guarantee he's passed more than one.
Well, as a president, yeah, but no. In his 40-something years before he became vice president,
even before he was vice president,
no, he passed one bill, one major bill. That was the crime bill. With
major bill is different from a bill.
Well, what I'm saying, but
the crime bill was bipartisan at that time. It caused negative impacts. I agree with you 100%. But to solely put that on Biden when it is the case that it would also be applicable to Democratic, Republican, everyone else is doesn't really make sense to me. But I do hold that to Biden. That's one of my critiques of Biden.
Yeah. Well,
right?
I mean, I got critiques and everything against Trump. I think Trump's got a big mouth, and he really good at sticking his foot in it. You know, but at the same time, I mean, it comes down to. I mean, I wasn't big on Obama the second round, but I mean, I'll give him credit. In 8 years, he took 360 vacation days. You know, I mean, you got to look at Biden now. He's taking over 200.
Yo, Purdy, thank you so much for the 5 subs. I appreciate it, Purdy. Thank you so much.
You know, but it's one of those. It's hard to do a job because he said that Biden wasn't running the country, and in 4 years, he's almost taken as many vacation days as Obama did in 8. Hell, Trump did 263 in 4 years. To me, that's ridiculous. He took damn near a year off, you know. But
yeah, sure. But like here, let's talk about the reasons why you support Trump. Like, I mean, did you hear the talk we had about the election?
I popped on about.
That's fine if you didn't. So what do you think about the election? Do you think it was stolen? Do you think Trump won?
It's hard to say, but I mean, I just saw somebody post on your comments, I voted mail-in ballot for Biden 5 times. That don't help stuff.
I think they're trolling.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, without more, I'm not saying harsher voting rights, things like that, you know, background checks and all that, but we've got to think of something. Because, I mean, both sides, I mean, even when Trump won, they said Trump stole it. Then when Biden won, they said Biden stole it. And now it's just coming down to more of, I don't know how I would say that. It's coming down more to, with social media and more access to voting, things like that, we should have a better system. You know.
Yeah, sure, we can have a better system, but I mean that also would relate to the mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots. I mean, this is the most secure election in recorded history.
I don't want to say Biden stole it, but something's fishy because there is no way, because Obama has been the most popular president in the last 80 years, like a long time. And somehow they're going to tell me Biden got what was it? Millions and millions of votes over Obama.
Yeah, so did
more
Trump.
Votes on Obama. And
so did Trump.
And yeah, I know. And like I said, there's something wrong with that.
It's because there's more people, right? And also there's.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, we're constantly growing.
There's a lot of people that don't like Trump.
You know.
It incentivized a lot of people my generation to vote. My generation vote in droves like we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, see, that's what gets me. I mean, it comes down to everybody's pretty much is going to boil down to being another civil war. I mean, back when I was a kid, you know, back around your time, it was, okay, the Democrats won, congratulations, we'll try again in 4 years, and vice versa. And now it's, well, let's point the finger and say they stole it, or let's point the finger and say, no, they stole it. And it's one of those, until we can all get along, we're never
Trump is the one that's mainly claiming that right now.
Yeah,
I don't see Democrats out there saying that Hillary Clinton still won the election.
Yeah, Trump is good at sticking his foot in his mouth. You know, like I said, I'm not 100% anybody, but I would pick Trump over Biden. When Trump went to South Korea, that proved a lot to me. A lot of presidents didn't want to do that, but at least Trump had the balls to try, and he did it, and he succeeded. You know, he did a lot of things a lot of presidents were scared to do, like stand up to Putin and all of them. He didn't care. But at the same time, that causes a national fear, like, what if he does start a war with Russia? What if he starts a war with China? Well, now Russia and China are colluding with each other, which is going to screw America because those two countries being allies will make us powerless. You know,
how does that make us powerless?
Well, out of sheer numbers, you got to look at the Chinese army and then the Russians. I mean, Ukraine's so much.
There's not going to be a direct war between the countries.
No, anymore.
That's extraordinarily unlikely to happen. Along with this, like China specifically, like their economy is bound to undergo similar economics like slowdowns and stagnation as what we see with like Japan, right? Given like their population crisis going into the future.
Yeah, but see, as you said, we never really know what's going to happen. That's the problem. And I mean, but like I said, until we can all focus and agree, hey, and it might sound stupid to people, but I believe if we're going to have a Republican president, they should have to elect a Republican or a Democratic vice president to serve with them. If they can't come to an agreement to make something where both sides will be as equally happy as
A
possible.
Republican president and Democratic vice president. I just don't know how that would work.
Or vice versa, a Democratic president or Republican. They got to find some way to get along. Because if the Republicans are running it, they're going to do everything in Republican favor. Democrats going to do everything in Democratic favor. You know,
Yeah,
and
they're still gonna do something similar to that as it relates to that situation as well.
yeah, but I
mean,
figure, you know, until they can agree on something like, hey, I like this, I don't like this, you know, kind of like a trade or something like, well, we'll get rid of this and add this, but you got to add this and get rid of that. You know,
are you saying that like the candidate that loses becomes vice president?
they're going to have to do something because this is getting to the point that, like I said, it's whoever's running the country's becoming one-sided for that side. And that's just tearing us apart. I mean, I never hated any Democrats or Republicans, you know. I never talked bad about Democrats or Republicans. Like I said, I have voted for both sides. I'm not one side or the other. I believe who I think will do the best job. And I think the first time I voted for Trump is because he wasn't really a politician at the time.
He's a politician, though.
Oh, he is now. But at the same time, you also got to look at why did everybody start hating Trump all of a sudden? I mean, in the late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, his name was mentioned more in rap songs.
Because he was put in the public eye, and also people hated him before. Central Park 5, he was hated at that time, right? But like it just wasn't as prevalent to be talked about because he didn't influence politics.
Yeah, but see, people say he's racist because of it. But how many?
I think that both Biden and Trump are racist.
Oh yeah, I think all politicians are going to say what they want to say to get the vote. I mean, I'm not stupid. Like I said, you know, they're going to do what they can to win. They're going to say what they can to win. But it's one of those. Everyone's like, "Oh, Trump's racist," and he's done more for black colleges, like
he dangled like funding like over people's heads when he could have just implemented it.
Yeah, but he still gave historic black colleges a lot of money. You can't say he did. He did.
Yeah, I'm not disputing that. I mean, so does Biden. I think that would happen under either president, right? But to say that he's not racist because of that, I think is wild.
Oh no, you can be racist.
Yeah, he can be racist and still do that.
Yeah, anything to get the vote. I know that. You know, I'm more level-headed than a lot of people. I'm not some crackpot old, you know, red pill, blue pill. I'm not like that. But right now, I mean, I don't see.
Call me off guard with a name.
Oh, yeah. And it's what I mean. It's like, what do y'all care? Are you jealous because they're not thinking you're attractive? I mean, what are y'all so mad about? What do y'all care? And then, but at the same time, I can see, well, my grandparents are, well, they passed, but they were hardcore Republican. You know, and their thing was, I don't care if they're gay, don't shove it right in my face and tell me to accept it. You know, but I'm just out of face and try to cram it down their throat. You have to accept it. You can't change the minds of the world. That's billions of people. They're going to think how they want to think. You know, but to force it, you know, like you have to accept it, that's where I kind of have a problem. You know, it should be their choice, their freedom. You know, like I said, I was in the military, so I'm all about your freedoms. But, you know, it's one of those, don't force it down somebody's throat that they had to accept your trans or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by force it on people's throat. I think that we should teach like people that you should accept gay people and accept trans people. There's nothing wrong with them. Right? I don't think anyone's forcing them to be gay or forcing them to be trans. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, well, see, like I said, I got 3 kids, and that's what I taught my kids. My daughter came out to me 2 years ago. I told her, I don't have a problem with it. If you're happy and they're happy and they treat you good, I could care less what you do with your life, you know, and it doesn't bother me.
Purdy, thank you so much for the 5 subs. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Purdy. I appreciate it.
But yeah, you know, I'm not one of those, I guess you call it gay bashing or anything like that. But like I said, they don't bother me at all. I got gay friends, you know, but
that I don't think that means anything. But so like as it relates to like the worldview, again, what policies do you think Trump and gay? Oh, he just got removed for community guidelines. So we're gonna go to the next person. Please only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get on to the next individual. Please only send a guest request if you support Trump. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio. Plus, the only way to gift me is through gifting subs. I do appreciate everyone who did so far. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Purdy. Well, yes, we're on our way to 2K subs, chat. We're on our way to 2K subs. We're almost 1,800. So on the way to 2K. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
50.
For sure. Do you support Trump?
I do. I supported him in his first election, and I
sure.
support him in
Why so?
the second election.
Why so?
My question to you: who do you support?
So it depends on what you mean by support, but I would vote for Biden. I wouldn't say I support Biden, but I would vote for him over Trump. Not as bad as Trump.
Not as bad. Sending $1 billion to Ukraine to fire the. Here's what happened in the Obama administration. Joe Biden set up on a stage and said, I was talking to the president of Ukraine. I said, if you don't fire him, you're not getting $1 billion. The Ukraine president said, I'll call Obama. He said, go ahead, call Obama. He'll agree with me. Guess what? Biden laughed and said an hour later, the prosecutor was fired. And we sent him $1 billion. That's a president? That's not a president. What did Donald Trump do in my eyes for me to vote for him a second time? The economy was good. Job growth was good. Unemployment was.
I want to clarify that one guy that you're talking about was corrupt, but
I had 15 employees during the Trump administration. Gas prices were at $2.99 or below. When Obama came in, you know how many employees I got now? 4. You know what the gas price is right now? Over $3 a gallon.
So this is called a correlation causation fallacy. Just because two variables are associated with each other doesn't mean that one caused the other. So just because it is the case that gas prices are higher now comparative to Trump's administration, or your company is necessarily not doing as well, doesn't mean that Biden caused that. In the same sort of way that just because 14.7% unemployment happened under Trump's administration, that doesn't mean specifically that it was caused by Trump. Actually, it was caused by the lockdowns, right? Which were related to COVID. Okay, so do you understand what I'm saying there?
I understand totally. How old are you, by the way?
21.
I commend you wholeheartedly for doing what you're doing right now, because people need to debate this. People need to see who Donald Trump is, who Joe Biden is, and see what the American people, who they support and who they don't support. But I applaud you for doing this. I've been following you for a while, and I'm finally glad I got through to a live with you.
No, I appreciate it, man. I really do. Carl, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Pesky, thank you. Good.
Now, the election, I don't think the election was stolen. I do think there was some shady stuff with mail-in ballots, because Joe Biden, if you remember, you're 21, so this has been a while ago, and I'm 50. Joe Biden ran for president, I believe, twice before and didn't get past the first debate. Now he runs against Trump in 2020 and gets all these votes. And it was said in the news that he got more votes than Obama did in Obama's first election. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for 1 minute. But the courts have ruled the election.
That's just how many people don't like Trump. That would be my idea.
You could say that, but we really don't know. Now you got to look at, now Trump's got all these indictments. This is all political. And if nobody, it's not about Donald Trump. It's not about Joe Biden. It's about Democrat, Republican, and it's all political. If Donald Trump was to come out in a press conference tomorrow and say, I'm not running, I'm suspending my campaign, what do you think would happen?
If Trump were to say he's suspending his campaign?
If Trump said he was suspending his campaign,
other Republicans would fight it out for who's going to be nominee.
That's right. But do you think if Donald Trump 2 years ago said he wasn't going to run for president of the United States, do you think there would be 4 indictments under his belt right now?
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I believe it's all political. And I have.
Why?
Because he's Donald Trump. From the day that man ran down that
doesn't give me a reason. I still think he would have gotten indicted.
I don't think so. Because if you go back and research, and you probably have, but if you go back and research, all these DAs in these cities are all Democratic DAs. It's political, man.
Well, if they're in cities, if they're in big cities, those are likely Democratic areas. And
Right,
I don't think it's all Democratic. If it's all Democratic, sure. I'd like to look at that.
and
Can
Donald
you?
Trump has led in. I believe it's political. I believe wholeheartedly it's political because I think if Donald Trump wouldn't have,
Yeah, if you can demonstrate to me that if you can demonstrate to me that all of the individuals are Democratic, right? That are
let's
running
look
these
at
cases, and that all of the witnesses or whatnot are going to be Democratic, well then yeah, maybe that would demonstrate it.
let's look at this. Donald Trump held classified documents in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
Okay, they got an indictment for that. Joe Biden.
They did. Wait, they also investigated. They investigated Trump and Biden.
Let me explain.
Sure.
Joe Biden has classified documents in his garage. Mike Pence, who lives in my hometown, Zionsville, Indiana, had classified documents in his. And I believe probably Obama does.
Kyle, this is a common misconception. Just because it is the case that you have classified documents isn't the issue. But when they ask for them back and then you fail to provide, that's the issue.
Okay, did Biden do that? Because
Biden provided immediately. Biden gave the documents back immediately.
The archives law says you are to take nothing with you unless it's approved by the National Archives.
Yeah, but they all take them, right? The issue is only when they like failed to give them back. Like Biden literally invited the FBI to search and invited them to investigate.
So did Mike Pence.
Yeah, did Trump?
But I mean, we know what Trump did. We all know. We all know Donald Trump.
I just want you to describe what did Trump do.
We all know Donald Trump said no. We all know that. We all know what Donald Trump does. But his business knowledge and his business sense is good for our country. His mouth isn't. I agree with that totally. I have went back and forth on the fence.
What business sense specifically?
Well, I mean, look at the Trump organization. I mean,
no, I understand you could say, but like, I don't think that you're going to say Bill Gates. Do you think Bill Gates would be wait, Kyle? Do you think Bill Gates would be a more effective president than Trump?
Anybody can be president.
No, would Bill Gates be a more effective president than Trump? He has a bigger business.
Who knows? He probably would be.
Okay.
Anybody can be president. And he do, just like the January 6th insurrection, they pinned that on Trump. It should have never happened. That was a horrible.
Well, I mean, Trump definitely could have had a better response. Do you agree with that at least?
He could have. And I had an opportunity in my hometown to sit at a round table with Mike Pence. And I asked Mike Pence personally, I said, if you could have overturned that election, I said, would you have? He said no, because the role of the vice president is ceremonial. I was supposed to certify.
W. Mike Pence.
What's that?
W. Mike Pence. He's not gonna bend the knee to the political tyrants of Donald Trump.
No, he's not, and he didn't. He didn't at all.
Yeah, but do you not understand the tyranny behind Trump in like literally trying to get those votes and trying to claim election fraud when there's not sufficient proof indicating that? I mean, that is showing of a tyrant. That's showing of a.
Brother, I agree with you totally. But you can't sit there and say, and you're only 21, you can't sit there and say that there wasn't something shady. I went to bed at 12:30 that night. Donald Trump was leading in that presidential race all night long. When I got up at 4 o'clock, Joe Biden was ahead by millions and millions of votes.
Yeah, okay, it's because the mail-in ballots were yet to be counted. Yeah, this was known by political analysts way before. What's up?
Speaking of mail-in ballots, I have a friend and his wife that live in Virginia, and they voted by mail. Guess how many mail-in ballots they received? They voted, sent it in, and then received another one. So I don't believe I don't believe that the mail-in ballots
So there was a mistake.
I believe that there was a mistake.
So there are mistakes in every election, right?
Right.
But there
But
were
it's
actually more mistakes as it relates to under other elections comparative to this. And then also, can you give me evidence to believe that that was counted twice?
No, they
Receiving
sent
two
them
does
another-
not mean it was counted twice.
No, they didn't. No, absolutely not. They weren't counted twice. I don't believe, but I think they would send another one. It could have been a mistake, but that just shows to the American people that, hey, something is wrong. But like you said, the Supreme Court of the United States of America has said the election was fine. And I agree. I'm totally
They claim
fine.
that was the most secure election in recorded history.
Right,
Because
I'm
things like this, these mistakes, they happen in every election, right? We have ways to account for these types of mistakes because they're inevitable. They're bound to happen.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, but the point is it happened less and this was more secure.
But to be honest with you, I like what's his name? Vivek? Is that his name?
Yeah, so Vivek, do you think climate change is caused by humans?
Yes.
Okay, so do you think that our response to climate change is legitimate?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so then you
I
would
do
disagree
believe
with Vivek within that respect.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what do you specifically like about Vivek?
His personality, he's someone different. See, in past elections, and I've been voting for a long time, I voted Democrat one time, and that was for Obama, and I voted for him twice. It's always been the same people running for president. This country needs someone besides Joe Biden or Ted Cruz or Kennedy or, we need someone.
Yeah, but our basis for why we support them should not fundamentally be based upon the personality. Personality could be relevant to whether or not like a particular political pundit, like in a descriptive sense, is more likely to be adopted by people, but it's not necessarily a justification for why they're better than other candidates.
You don't think some average Joe, or I mean, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, never been a politician in his life and served 8 years as California's governor, and he did a phenomenal job. I think if Trump would be given the opportunity to run the country without all this backlash that he's receiving, he would be a damn good president. Joe Biden.
Dude, every president gets backlash. You understand that, right?
Well, yeah, I understand. I mean, not as much as, from the day he came down that escalator, Parker, you know as well as I do, he's received backlash.
Yeah, every president receives backlash. I understand that you might say that he's received more backlash than other candidates, but that's bound to happen.
Well, yeah, you're right there. Joe Biden has not. What do you think Joe Biden's done for this country?
Well, there's the CHIPS Act, there's infrastructure policy that we could relate to, there's federal judges that you can put into place.
That was authored and sponsored by an Indiana Republican senator.
Yeah, I'm not saying Republicans aren't a part of the policy.
Right, but
I'm just telling you different things that they've done.
Right, but he signed that bill, which he did good by signing that bill. But I don't think he's fit to be president. Does that mean that Donald Trump's better than him? No, nobody's better than anybody. We're all Americans. But we're
talking about better in context of like what their political positions are,
right?
As it relates to our own preferences about what policy should look like,
right? And who said it? A couple guests back said Joe Biden's not running this country. I don't believe Joe Biden's running this country either.
Okay, so what makes you think that Joe Biden is not president?
He's president in the capacity, but he's being told what to say, what to do.
And I think of subscription, I appreciate. Thank you. Isn't every president, like to some degree, like if we talk about Trump, right? His advisors are going to tell him what specifically to do. If we're going to talk about like he reads off of a teleprompter, right? he's gonna have people write
I don't think
speeches for
Trump
him.
used a teleprompter.
What's up?
I don't think Trump used a teleprompter.
He did. He did.
Did he?
Yes.
I thought
many
I
times.
remembered. I thought I remembered reading.
There were
what he
some
did.
times where he doesn't, but he does use it. Absolutely.
You know, he just says what he wants to say, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's this is a crucial presidential race for our country right now because our economy's bad, inflation is high. My God, a candy bar almost cost you $3. You know, we need to stop all this bickering and fighting and get back to what's real and get back to running our country. Because if not, people's not going to afford to live in, and we're going to go into a depression really, really quick.
Yeah. So again, specifically, what makes you support Trump over Biden here?
Because in his first term as president, the economy was good. Gas prices.
That's a correlation causation fallacy.
No,
What
it's
specifically did Trump cause or Biden cause
So you're
that makes
telling
him
me-
better
you're
or
telling
worse?
me it's a correlation. The day Joe Biden, and I have a gas station, the day Joe Biden went and took the oath of office of the presidency of the United States, gas prices overnight went up to almost $3 a gallon.
Okay, so if you're relating to gas prices going up to, I don't think that was the
Gas
case that it happened in
prices,
one day.
inflation,
If you
and I
want to
believe-
hold up, I don't think it happened in one day that gas prices increased like a shit
It
ton.
did, brother.
But no, not in one day.
Yes.
Right? No.
The morning of January 21st, I raised my gas price to $3.89
And
from
what was it?
$2.99. From $2.99.
You run a gas station.
I believe. Yes, I believe.
So did
that a
other
lot of
gas
that
stations
had
do too?
I believe a lot of that had to do with the pandemic.
Okay, so wait. So you increased your prices, not other people.
No, everybody did. I mean, it was $3.99 all
Okay,
around.
so we'd have to. I'd like to.
Do the research.
Can you give me a reason that it was caused by Biden?
I mean, what other reason would it be? I mean, we had no world.
The supply that is in the United States.
Well, yeah, that supply he closed down the Keystone Pipeline, which means, and I know the Keystone Pipeline wasn't running. Not all of it was running.
That was a Canadian pipeline, and the XL pipeline, like specifically the one you're referencing,
And-
the part of the
and
Keystone
it also
pipelines.
depends- it also
The way the part of it.
depends
Hold up.
where you get it.
The part of it. What's up?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so the part of it that you're referencing was already being held up and not going through because it went over indigenous lands, and it also was an ecological concern in the area.
Why do that? Because if it was coming down from Canada and not coming from anywhere else, it would have been a lot cheaper. You just have to understand how the pricing works. It's hard to.
I know how pricing systems work, right?
It's hard to
I didn't respond to
explain.
what I said.
What's that?
That didn't respond to what I said. I was specifically there was it didn't make ecological sense. It was also like it was over lands that were owned by indigenous individuals in the area, right? Based upon treaties. Okay, so
Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, it is what it is. We just need to get back to the people's business and stop all this bickering, fighting, and I mean, nothing ever gets done other than, we're investigating this or we're investigating that. I can't stand to watch the U.S. House of Representatives anymore because all they're doing is bickering back and forth. I mean, my God, it took them how long to get a Speaker of the House? A month?
yeah, so I mean, we could talk about how we need more effective political processes. Like it should go significantly faster. I definitely agree with you there, but that doesn't necessarily allow us to fix the problems necessarily that we're bickering on. We have to be able to find proper solutions as it relates to these issues,
that's what
and
I'm
especially
saying.
as it relates to how our political system functions. Because if we relate to how our political system functions, well, we clearly have processes and barriers right now that are limiting us from doing that. As it relates to our current two-party structure, as it relates to the influence of private lobbying on our political systems and our
Nope. I
All right.
appreciate you
Appreciate you
inviting
coming
me.
up.
And, I listen to you. I follow you, and looking forward to your next live.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Have a good day. All right, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio. Keep tapping the screen. Let's run it up to 250,000 likes, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, we're going to go to the next individual. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates. Please only send a guest request if you think that, if you support Trump, y'all. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
25.
For sure, do you support Trump?
Yeah.
Why so?
So I'm a veteran myself. While I served, he did pass some pretty good laws for the veterans, like some acts that he passed. And yeah, that's why I support him.
How do you feel about his what he said about John McCain?
What did he say about him?
So John McCain, I'm pretty sure he said that he was like not a war hero because he got like captured.
Do you
he also
have
called him like
a source for that by any chance?
Yeah, I do. I got you.
Did he say this on like national TV or something?
This is something that's been widely known. Here, hold up. Let me pull it up for you. I got you. You can respond to something if you'd like.
All right, cool.
I'll grab it.
And then, but yeah, just some like couple acts he put out there, with the Veterans Transition Act for us getting out and trying to get our disability and stuff like that. He made it much easier, and the VA is actually pretty good now. Also, we had trouble getting, for example, like loans for housing and stuff like that while we're in college. He passed a law that.
Before we go into I have two things right here. So there's one from Politico that says Trump attacks McCain. I like people who weren't captured. There's also a video from the Wall Street Journal, Trump on McCain being not a war hero because he was captured. You can look at that from C-SPAN, Wall Street Journal, Politico, right? Those are the different places that you'd relate to there.
I see it on CBS. I do have to look into this. I haven't heard of this.
Sure, that's fine.
But yeah, that's about it.
Wait, so what reasons specifically?
Military reasons.
Wait, so just military? I don't really see much of a relevant distinction between Trump and Biden.
Well, Biden hasn't done anything for the military, in my personal opinion. I haven't seen
there have been increases as it relates to the budget, right, that exists under both Trump and Biden, right? And if you want to relate to specifically, like...
Not an increase in pay, though. Increase in budget,
There has been an increase in pay.
There hasn't been. There hasn't been.
It's adjusted for inflation.
There hasn't been.
It is
my buddy's in
adjusted
the
for...
military, and there hasn't been, I'm telling you.
There's adjusted for inflation, though.
No, there isn't.
Salary's not adjusted for inflation.
No, there isn't.
Well, we literally have seen increases. I'd have to check. I'm almost positive there is.
You definitely have to look into that because my buddy's still in, and he hasn't gotten a pay in like 4 years.
People said yes, we did. I don't know. I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
Luke, what up, bro?
Look at that at a later time or something. I don't really quite know. My eyes would be is that like basically every policy is inflation adjusted.
I definitely do.
Yeah, cola, yeah.
No. COLA is a completely different thing. That's not a base pay. There's military base pay, and then there's COLA pay. COLA pay is when you're serving overseas. So maybe he increased it for overseas only, but not actual military base pay.
Here, I have annual pay raise right here from Military Pay Defense. If we want to relate to, what was it, 2021, it was 3%. 2022 was 2.7. 2023 was 4.6. So you're like, you're wrong.
Definitely not wrong because my buddy's in and he hasn't gotten a pay raise.
This is from militarypay.defense.gov.
Let me see.
Okay. So I think that's a better source than, I think I have a buddy.
No, I don't think
might
I
have
do
said
have
this.
a buddy.
Or I do have a buddy that said this or something.
Correct.
This is the Defense Department.
Cola pay, you're right about. I know that. They increased cola pay, yeah.
But everyone keep tapping that screen. Let's run it up to 500,000 likes. We've been on live for, I think, about an hour, 43 minutes. So we got like another like 4 hours or so left on the live. If you want to support the live, Venmo, Cash App in the bio, as well as if you want to gift through TikTok. The only way to gift through TikTok is through subs. They still don't let me get any other gifts on TikTok. I'm trying to fix that. I don't know what's going on. As well as if it's just gifts or coins you have. I do battles every once in a while on my second account, which is Parker Get a Bible, but that's only if you want to help out and whatnot. Take a break if you need. No, I'm good. Don't worry.
I'm good. Did you see the Border Patrol release of the legal immigration?
No, what did you see?
I don't know. I read it yesterday. Something at its highest it's been ever since that COVID Act fell through.
I'd like to. I mean, I could see that, but like, I'll have to see that. But I mean, sure. Let's say immigration is the highest it's ever been. What's the point?
What's the point? You think that's good?
Immigration?
Illegal immigration.
Well, I would expect that. Every year in year out, we have more people in the country.
But this high.
What do you mean?
Have you seen Texas? How many people are flooding in and sleeping on the streets?
Can you give me reason to believe it's any different than any other of the prior years?
Because it's increased.
Yeah, well, in number, nominally, but I'm talking proportions.
Dramatically, it's increased.
Well, could you give me evidence?
Yeah, hold on.
Do you think we should make the immigration systems faster to be able to get more people in the country?
100%. Yeah.
Okay, so if you think that the immigration systems...
But see, the thing is, people come in illegally, and there's people that wait years to come in legally. You know,
because we need a faster process in 7 to 10 years. That's kind of wild, isn't it?
Yeah. No, we could definitely agree on that. I think it's terrible.
Most people who come here undocumented. They don't go through the border. They fly here and overstay a visa.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're crossing the border. Yeah, some people are crossing the border illegally, but some people do get here, you know, with visas and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there are people who live in Texas that also dispute the claims they're referencing. I just think it depends on where you are in Texas.
Probably in the south of Texas.
Yeah, no, there are people in the south of Texas that would disagree with you.
Yeah. Hold on. 1 second.
So, I mean, because this is like typically what we see with Republicans whenever a Democrat's in office, that they talk about like the border being crazy or something like that. This is like what always happens. This is what Trump was doing, like in 2016.
Say it one more time. Sorry.
They always make crazy claims like, "Oh, the border is going crazy" during Trump's administration. I mean, during a Democrat's administration, right? That's kind of just like a Republican thing to do.
Okay, so I see a chart here. It's on pewresearch.org. Can't specifically see the number, but it's somewhere around 2016 to 2020. The number looks like it's around maybe 600,000. And it peaked 2020, 1.6 mil. And now it's 2.2 mil.
For what though? Robin, thank you so much for the $20 on Cash App. Can we get a W, Robin, in the comment section? Thank you so much, Robin. I really appreciate it.
This is migrant encounters at the U.S.-Mexico border.
Encounters? Okay, so just encounters. I don't think that means how many people are undocumented. These are just migrants.
Yeah, but it's just showing how open our borders are. No?
Wait, these are just migrants. That's just the amount of people coming to the country. That's not specifically how many people are undocumented.
Obviously, it's not. You can't count all the people that are coming in illegally.
Okay, well then, seems like you can't make a claim here. Wait. Then seems like you can't make a claim here that's way more.
I just told you.
No, what do you mean?
I just told you.
No, you're making a claim that like undocumented immigration is significantly like higher, right?
Correct.
But like you said that you can't even calculate it. So how the hell do you come to those numbers?
You can't calculate. I'm saying they have estimations. Right.
Yeah, and the estimations, I can send you estimations that show that we're at similar rates of the undocumented immigration population as percentage of the overall United States population as we were prior during Trump's administration.
Okay. Who do you plan on voting for?
Biden.
Share or no? That's who you plan on voting for next?
Yeah.
Is there a reason why?
Yeah, federal judges, economic policy like healthcare, education, like Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, stuff like that. Social policies like abortion. If you want to relate to, I said federal judges, right? Democracy, like as the fundamental basis as it relates to claims that Trump's making about the election being stolen, things like that. Those are just the basics.
Okay. No, I was just wondering, but we agree to disagree, everybody has their own opinion.
Okay. But like, do you have any good reason to support Trump?
Just the veterans. He looks out for the veterans. That's where I stand.
You can look at the thing that I just showed you. Maybe you just have to look up that, and then you can come on another time and we can fully finish that if you'd like.
Yeah, if you want to do that, we can do that.
All right, man. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much, man.
All right, later, bro.
All right, have a good day. What's up, heathen?
What's up, heathen?
How you doing, bro? Like, do you want to give an argument? Because you always get kicked. We probably got like T-minus 3 minutes.
No, that's fine. Hey, you're talking about the. Let me ask you this. You said that Trump, said that the election was stolen, right? How long did the Democrats and the left cry that the election was stolen from Hillary?
They didn't say that the election was stolen, and no one claimed that there was sufficient proof to overturn
to this
it.
Day,
wait,
to
overturn
this day,
it. Like
Hillary still
Hillary
says
Clinton.
the election was stolen by Russia, and we know it's all been disproven.
Give me a source. Where did Hillary say that it was stolen?
Parker, why do you sit here?
Hillary literally conceded the next day.
Parker, why do you sit here and say stuff that is easily disproven? Why?
Give me the source. Hillary conceded the next day.
Parker, she conceded, but she went on a book tour for 4 years saying that the election was stolen.
Okay, then give me a source.
To this day, the Democrats sit there and bitch and complain.
Give me a source.
Russia,
give me a source about Hillary Clinton. I'd love to see it.
Parker, you know as well as I do that the whole Russia hoax has been disproven. You know this.
Can you show me where Hillary Clinton was still claiming that the election was stolen
Parker,
years after?
She goes on any show that'll let her run her freaking mouth and say it.
Then give me a single show. If she did it on all these different shows, give me one.
Parker, you can't use this argument every single time that someone hits you with facts.
That's not an argument. That's me asking for evidence.
Are you really gonna tell me that you have not seen Hillary and the left go on any talk show that they're allowed on and say that Russia stole the election for Trump? Are you really going to sit here in front of your audience and say that?
No, I haven't heard that. Can you give me evidence?
Oh my God, Parker. Then you know what? You are completely one-sided and biased to the point of
Can you give me it specifically?
Parker, are you really serious, bro? Are you like seriously?
I've never seen Hillary Clinton in the past few years claim.
Book, Parker, called what? Are you kidding me?
No,
Parker, you can't be this dense. I think you're a smart kid, but you cannot be this dense.
I'm not being dense at all, dude. Like
Parker,
literally, come on.
Then you are. Look at it's either one of these things.
I don't know why you're freaking out.
Either you're getting paid by the left, like that other kid. What's his name? I can't stand that fucking kid.
Harry.
His name. Yeah, what a fucking tool that kid is.
Yeah, so I'm not paid by anyone. I've never taken money from any business, but I'm willing. Businesses, if you'd like to support me, man. Businesses, you can send a message my way over Instagram. Some shit.
No support for the
DNC. Hey, if the DNC wants to support me for saying the same shit I already say, hey, I will take the DNC's money.
Fuck those racist motherfuckers. Hey, let me ask you this: do you remember when?
I think the Republicans are racist as well.
Oh shit! Do you remember when Obama fucking built those cages and put my people in there? And then turned around and said, Trump did it.
Wait, actually, no, those places that you're referencing, they never put kids in those places.
Parker, the picture
they never separated kids from their families and put them in those
the picture that they put up on Time Magazine and blamed Trump for with the little girl, that picture was taken under the Obama administration.
I don't know what you referenced.
Parker, Time Magazine had to come out and even.
Dude, I don't know anything about Time Magazine.
Parker, then how are you on here saying the things that you say?
Damn, I have to know about Time Magazine to have a conversation about why we support Trump. Holy fuck, dude.
Parker, let me ask you this: do you genuinely think that Trump is a racist? Let me ask you that.
Yes, I genuinely
Why?
do. And I also
But
think
you
that
don't think-
Biden
wait.
is.
But you're gonna vote for a racist like Biden.
Dude, I have to. Dude, there are two candidates, right? One of
Come
them's
on,
going to be
Parker.
president. I'm looking for the
Parker.
least bad one. There's
Are
a
you
plate of
kidding
shit.
me?
There's a plate
Are
of
you
shit and a
kidding
cup of
me?
shit on the side.
Parker. So you're telling me you haven't been following all the emails that have been coming out on the Biden family and the money that they've been getting from other countries? Are you
Can you give me
seriously gonna
evidence
sit
that
here
that's
and tell
linked?
me?
Can you give me any evidence that's linked to Joe Biden?
Oh my God, Parker, you can't do that every time you just want to side with the left.
I'm not saying I want to side to the
bro.
left. I'm asking questions that I would ask the same way the other way around. If there was evidence posited towards Trump, you're gonna be like, "Where's the wait?"
serious,
If
dude?
there were claims posited towards Trump, you're gonna be like, "Where's the evidence?" Right?
Parker,
If there are claims
okay,
posited
Parker,
against someone else,
Parker,
you need to ask, "Where's the evidence?" So can you provide me the evidence, please?
Prove to me that Trump is racist. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to relate to both? I'm
Go ahead.
telling you that's wait.
Give me one example. I'll wait.
Hey, dude, you understand? I can't. Central Park 5, by the way.
You can't.
Central Park 5. Central Park 5. Right,
Same-
but let me
that's all you're going to.
let me establish.
So
Please,
you're
let me
going back
establish
to the
something.
80s.
Let me establish something.
Oh,
This is not the
man.
80s. This is the early. What are you talking about? Can you? And regardless of whether
ahead.
it's 80s, that would be the same relevant. It still demonstrates it. But so hold up. Can I please establish this? Right.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
Yeah, no. As it relates to this, the point that's not even going to be relevant to the conversation, as we're going to say that both Trump and Biden would meet the standard.
What?
Yeah. If we're saying that both Trump and Biden are racist, right?
Parker,
There's not
Trump is not
necessarily a
racist.
conversation to be had
Parker,
about that, as there's not a way to differentiate between the racism of both
How
Trump
is it
and
that
Biden.
how is it that me being Mexican American don't find Trump racist, but you do?
Wait, just
I'm a
wait.
first generation. I'm a first generation in this country.
That doesn't.
and I don't
Wait, that
find
doesn't
man-
mean that. That doesn't mean
Parker,
I'm wrong.
Parker, you know what it is, Parker? You know what?
Wait, how
it
does
is
that mean
with
I'm
Trump?
wrong? How does that mean I'm
Parker,
wrong?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
You're saying I'm wrong because of that.
Parker,
Why does that mean I'm
Parker,
wrong?
You know what it is, Parker? Is that you guys, your generation is offended by men, old school men that just say
Men?
the shit like it's supposed to say.
How is that? How am I offended by
Parker,
men?
let me finish.
How, no,
I
can
was
you
raised-
please
Parker,
come on, dude?
okay,
How am
let
I
me
offended
finish.
by men?
Let me finish. I
I'm
was
literally a
raised-
man.
Parker,
Oh my god, I'm offended of myself.
Parker, I was raised by a dad who said it like it is. He didn't sugarcoat it so you guys wouldn't get your feelings hurt and have to run to a safe space. That's the same way Trump is. I can respect a man that doesn't sit there and bullshit me. Right? Now look at Biden. You ain't black if you don't vote for me.
Yeah, so Trump
passed
Trump
the 94
does, Trump
crime.
does vote.
Wait,
Trump
wait,
does
who passed the
bullshit.
94
Come on.
crime bill?
Wait, come
Who
on.
wrote-
That's a
who wrote
bullshit
the
claim.
94 crime bill?
You said that Trump does not
Who-
bullshit. Trump does not lie. I can give you many
Give me an
times where
example.
Trump lied.
Give me an example.
Mexico's going to pay for the wall, right? I'm going to bring jobs back to the country,
What?
right? These are all
No,
claims
come
that
on.
have
We're talking
been
about
shown.
racism. Give me an example of him. Give me an example of him being a racist.
I
Without
already
Central
gave
Park 5
you an
going back to the
example.
80s. Give me
No, that
Central
doesn't
Park 5.
matter
That's what you
whether or
got.
not we relate to that. We
That's
can also
what you got, Parker.
Wait, dude, I
Central
can
Park
also
5,
I
that's
can
what you
also
got.
give you ways
Have
that
you really
related
looked
to
into that, Parker? Have you
Yeah,
really
so-
looked into that case?
Yes, dude. And again, they were exonerated.
haven't.
They were exonerated, and he called for the deaths of them, right? And then literally never gave a fucking apology after they were exonerated.
Parker, who wrote the 94 crime bill incarcerating blacks in a high rate? Who was that?
Yeah, so that was Biden at widespread bipartisan support of both Republicans
Who
and
said
Democrats,
you ain't black?
which
Who
is
said you
actually
ain't
a
black,
critique.
boy? Hey,
Wait,
who
I
said-
literally
who
consider
said you
Trump.
ain't black,
Wait,
boy, if
hold
you
up.
don't vote for me?
Dude, I consider Biden a racist, and these are some of the reasons why I
And
consider
yet
Biden
you're gonna
racist.
vote for him?
I think
can
that they're
provide you
both
an
racist.
example. Wait.
Listen.
Parker.
Can you please let me finish?
This is
Right.
embarrassing.
I think that they are both racist. Right. Both Trump and Biden. Okay.
Parker, you know that's a lie. Let
What
me
do
ask
you
you
mean I
this,
know it's a
Parker.
lie?
Let me ask you this, Parker. Under whose administration was Operation Fast and Furious ran? You know what Operation Fast and Furious was?
No, I don't.
Okay, well let me educate you, Parker, since you think you're so smart.
I never
and
said that I know everything.
Listen, I didn't say you did, but let me tell you something that you don't know. Operation Fast and Furious was run under the Obama administration along with Joe Biden, smuggling guns into Mexico and destabilizing Mexico, causing hundreds of thousands of deaths. His AG went and took the Fifth Amendment over 50 times, and they were caught red-handed because a Border Patrol agent was killed with those guns. And when one of those cartel members was caught, he said the Obama administration is shipping the guns into here, and they were not just going into Mexico, they were going from Mexico to the Middle East, and that's when the Ambassador Stevens was killed because that information was being caught. That is why the Hillary Clinton sat on
Sure,
her
could you
fat
provide
ass.
me a source?
Listen. This is why Hillary Clinton sat on her fat ass and let those Marines die on top of a building. And because the truth, Ambassador Stevens was going to come back to the United States and debrief and expose the whole thing, so they allowed him to be killed. Now
Yeah,
go
so-
fact check
wait.
that bullshit as that fucking selfless cunt.
Wait, I'm
sat
gonna
there and
fact
said
check every
that,
claim.
Oh, why does it
Can you-
matter? They're
can you just-
dead.
can you provide
Why
me
does it matter?
evidence?
They're dead. Parker,
Hey,
you know
hey.
what, Parker? I just slapped you across the face with a bunch of information. If you're too dense
No, can
or
you just
too
tell me where I
one-sided
can
to go
find that
look up what I just
information?
said, Parker, they made a damn movie
Hey,
about
hey,
it.
I'm
Did you not-
asking.
Parker.
Hey, can you chill
did
out
you
for a
not-
second? Can you chill out for a second? I'm asking you something completely legitimate. Where is the evidence so that I
Parker.
can be able to confirm this
Parker,
information that
this
you're telling me?
evidence you can go look up anywhere. Go look it up anywhere. There's
Anywhere is
testimony.
not evidence.
Marker. Okay, go look up the congressional testimony when these Marines went before the Congress and said they left us there even though we put out the call. Go look at what Ambassador Stevens in his testimony and what he said.
No,
he
no, no,
discovered.
no. You made a
Parker,
bunch of claims about how they were trafficking like arms
Parker.
into Mexico
Okay.
to
Parker,
specifically.
Parker,
Can I please
Parker,
finish my
Parker,
question? Like to
Parker,
destabilize
type in
Mexico.
Parker, type in Operation Fast and Furious and you'll see the evidence for yourself.
Okay. All right. Let's type
Okay.
it in. Let's do exactly as you say right now. Operation Fast and Furious. ATF gun walking scandal. This is
Interesting,
Wikipedia.
huh? Interesting how that was never on the news,
Fast
was
and
it?
No, this is on CNN. CNN Operation
Fuck
Fast and
CNN.
Furious Fast
Fucking
Facts.
fake ass news source.
There's ATF set to destroy guns associated with Obama era Fast and Furious scandal.
Interesting, huh?
Wait, let me hold
Interesting
up.
how
Hold up. I
nobody
have to
talks
read
about that.
this.
Hey, yet there was no.
This is specifically from the
wait,
this is the
wait.
Judiciary. Hold on, man. This is the Judiciary House Committee. Okay.
Hey,
So
interesting
ATF set to destroy guns associated with Obama era Fast and Furious scandal. The Bureau of Arc is set to destroy associated with the Fast and Furious scandal, sparking a rebuke from the top Republican of the House Judiciary Committee. Let me see. Although.
Interesting.
I don't know what specifically they're
Okay.
relating
Well,
to.
Parker,
though.
let me tell you
I have
another
The
thing.
audit found that weapons seized in relation to the Operation Fast and Furious were stored improperly on top of an emergency gun vault. Weapons, according to the audit, were stored in that manner despite that room for the firearms in the emergency vault. While these firearms were secured in shipping cases, these cases could be accessed by an individual using one of the ladders kept in the same area of the facility. The Inspector General report leads. The Inspector General recommended that ATF dispose of the weapons that were not critical to the agency's mission. So can you give me a reason that this would have happened any differently under a Republican administration?
Parker, because nobody else was caught doing this. Let me ask you something. Why is it that CNN runs around saying, "Oh, that administration had no, what do they say? That they had no scandals. Oh, there was a scandal-free administration." Bullshit. How many countries were bombed under that administration?
Wait,
How many countries were
hold up.
bombed?
I'm not making any of those claims that there was no scandals associated with the Biden
Isn't that what
or
CNN
Trump
says?
administration
Isn't that what Biden says?
I'm not. Hold up. I'm not 100% Biden. I'm not 100% CNN. I don't know why you're acting like I am. I've never claimed that
Parker,
I am.
you are
I'm
completely
saying
to the
again
left. All
that
I'm
there's
trying to
one
get
better
you
than
to
the
see
other.
is, all I'm trying to get you to see, Parker, and there's young people in here, because I am older than you, and that doesn't mean I necessarily know more than you. But in some cases, Parker, I think you are so blinded to the fact that, oh my God, Trump is this boogeyman, and oh, we got to do whatever we got to do against Trump. Trump is the greatest thing that has happened to this country.
Dude, I'm
He's the
engaging in the
greatest
use of
president.
reason. Hold up. I'm engaging in the use
Parker.
of reason. If you think my engaging in the use of reason and the use of logic
Parker, but you're not
is somehow
reasoning. You're blinded. You're
how am I blinded?
Parker.
Show me what I'm blinded
Parker.
on.
Parker, because you know what, bro? You allow your and I would say your liberal ideas to just you can't and you won't separate yourself from anything on the left, because everything on the right is they're racist and they're this and they're that. When some of the most
I
racist
literally
people
said
that I-
Biden's also
Parker,
racist. Like, what are you
and yet
talking
you
about?
openly say, wait, yet you openly say you're gonna vote for this man without question.
No, I don't say without question. I question this very heavily. And
Parker.
again, you're literally what you're trying to do is you're trying to engage in a straw man. I've
I give
explained
you
this multiple
examples.
times. Hey, can you stop? I've
Parker,
explained
that's
this
not a straw man.
multiple.
I give you facts. I give you facts.
So I've explained this. I've explained this to you multiple times, right? And you've continued to misinterpret it specifically just to try and make it seem bad. Okay. I think that both Trump and Biden are racist. Okay. I think that Biden, right, is not as bad as it relates to Trump. Okay. But I think that both of them meet that definition. It is a fact of the matter that one of them is going to be president. I'm not saying I like Biden. Biden's the most preferred candidate. What I'm saying is that Biden happens to be the candidate that is a little bit better than Trump. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So what you're doing is you're misrepresenting my view to try and make it seem like I support an individual who's racist. Right? It is the case that both of them are racist. But yeah, keep tapping that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes, y'all. So by the way, you're still muted, man.
How many countries were bombed under the Obama administration?
I wouldn't know the specific country number, but a lot.
Here, I'll tell you, 8 countries. 8 countries, and he displaced hundreds of thousands of Muslims into Europe.
How many under Trump?
What they call the Arab Spring. 0.
That's not true. Trump actually increased military drone strikes in the Middle East by 400%.
No. Oh, Parker, stop the lies, dude.
That's not a lie. That's
Stop
a fact.
You're talking to some.
That is a fact. You can get that. You can.
To somebody that actually knows. Parker. 8 countries were bombed under the Obama administration, killing hundreds of thousands of people and displacing even more. Why did he receive the Nobel Peace Prize? Tell me that.
So again, the same thing happened under Trump's administration, actually to a higher extent.
No, it didn't.
400%, 400% more military drone strikes in the Middle East.
No, it didn't. Parker, no, it didn't. You know it didn't.
And again, I don't know anything about how the Nobel Peace Prize is considered.
Parker, you know what? You may know a lot of things about the liberal agenda and all this,
liberal agenda,
stuff
dude.
that you push.
Wait, dude, you understand that I literally grew up conservative, right? You understand that, like, what was it, like 7 years ago? You understand Parker, 7 years ago I was a Trump supporter?
Okay, so what happened? Who cut your balls off?
I have a brain, right? I critically thought about the information that was in front of me, and given the fact that I actually saw information that was counteractive to my opinions, I changed my opinions to fit the information.
Okay, Parker. So I just slapped you across the face with a bunch of opinions. Are you going to change the way you look at Trump and Obama and Joe Biden? Because Joe Biden is racist.
I mean, if you give me good reason,
and you know that, and I know that.
If you give me good reason to like change my considerations or my credence as it relates to Trump and Biden, right? I would change my opinion, but you haven't given me any good argument.
Okay, look,
you've given me nothing.
Okay. Here, let me give you some more facts. Okay, because suddenly, Obama and suddenly Biden are they're pro LGBTQ community, which you are big on, right? You're big on that. Do you think it was cool when Hillary Clinton, when they asked her about the gays being killed in the Middle East, they were being thrown off roofs? Do you think it was okay that Hillary Clinton scoffed and laughed? Was that okay? Was it okay?
I'm not sure about the particular context, but
okay.
I'm not sure about the particular context, but I would be against. I would be against that typically. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's another one for you. When they asked Joe Biden about gay marriages, what did he say? No, we don't agree with that. It's silly. Marriage between man and
he
woman.
He didn't say it like that, but in 2008,
Parker, pull up the clip.
The Obama and the Obama
Parker,
and Biden administration. Can I please finish?
Just pull the clip up.
I can describe the clip right now. Can you please just be quiet real quick so I can finish?
You don't want people to hear it?
I can pull it up right now. It's just useless. There's no point for me to do that.
Play it.
If you want me to play it, I already will admit in front of everyone in 2008. The Biden administration, not Biden administration, it was the Obama-Biden administration, right, said that they were not in support of gay marriage, right? That's everyone already knows that. They were claiming that marriage is between a man and a woman. They changed their positions because it became more acceptable to hold these particular types of views. These are critiques I place upon Democrats. So it was a political thing? Yes, absolutely. These are things that I critique.
So
Can I please finish? Can I please finish? So these are things that are applicable to Republican and Democratic politicians, and these are critiques that I apply to them as well. Okay, I'm not sitting here and saying that I don't critique the left or the Democrats or the right, or the Republicans. I literally critique both sides. Okay, you can't say that I don't.
You know what, Parker? I never hear you critiquing both sides.
I just did. Open up your ears.
Well, you just did because I came in here and I hit you with flags.
I do it all the time. I go live for 6 hours every single day. People who are in here, I do it literally all the time. You just don't listen.
Parker, let me ask you something else. You remember last time I was in your live, right? And you guys tried to paint me as a rape. You remember that?
As a what?
Because I was refuting you on the whole abortion thing. You remember all that?
Well, I don't.
Remember
you cut out. I don't know what you said.
Of course. Parker, look. Let me tell you something, bro. You're a young guy, but you're pushing a talking point that I easily just dismantled. I dismantled your whole thing, and suddenly now you're admitting, oh yeah, Biden's a racist. But 5 minutes.
I've been saying that.
Here,
how long? Hey, dude.
Parker,
I've been saying that. I've been
dude.
saying that for a very long time. If you've been on my live,
you make lives.
Yes,
you make
I've
lives
done.
where you come on your live and say, oh yeah, Biden's a racist, but I'm gonna vote for him. You're telling me that's
dude.
What
He's
say?
like he literally doesn't know how to like actually engage with the conversation like in a genuine manner, right? Yes, on my live many times I have admitted that I think both Trump and Biden are racist. Right? But when we're looking at the determination here, either Trump or Biden is going to be president, right? And Biden is a better alternative to Trump, okay? But they are both racist, okay? I don't dispute that. Right? I've been saying that many times, right, throughout the context of my lives. I've been doing these types of lives for well over a year, right? And I've said this a million times, okay? You haven't listened to anything, and you assume that everyone who disagrees with you is one-sided. But fundamentally, you've given me no reason to believe that I'm one-sided. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. Is what once he unmutes his mic, we'll be able to continue our conversation. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio. Everyone, I get 100% of the proceeds there. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I still can't get anything here on TikTok. They're still not letting me, y'all.
Parker,
are you there, bro?
Look, I'm not trying to get you to vote a certain way, but I am trying to get the people in your life. Because let's be very honest, the last time I made a question about these minor attracted people, you said nobody in my comments approves with that. And your poll, the majority of the people you polled,
those were trolls. That, yeah, it was not a majority. It was not a majority.
Mark Parker.
There was like 4% of a poll.
It was 80%
that said it's okay to be a minor attracted person, and that was all trolls. That was all trolls.
No, they weren't. You're telling me 80% of your people in your live are trolls?
No, it was not 80%. You're lying. You're literally lying.
Then, Parker, I saw the results, and even you said, man, you're
literally lying. No, I didn't know. It was not 80%. It was not 80%. There was like 4%, and I said it was sketchy because of the 4%. Okay, then do a poll.
Do the poll.
I can't make a poll on live. It has to be a mod.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
The mod has to make the poll, man.
Fine. Tell them to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Because you know as well as I do, Parker.
They hear the live.
And your comment section said, yeah, it was okay.
Nicole, thank you for the 420. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I do need that to deal with the guest. What's that? Say that again. Tamara, thank you so much for the $25. Can we get a W tomorrow in the chat, everyone? Thank you so much.
Parker,
I appreciate tomorrow.
Parker. Hey, here, Parker, hold this L. Hold this L until next time I come across. Maybe you can give one back to me, but for now, hold this L.
Read the chat. Look at the chat. And
I don't care about the chat.
I'm talking
to you. I don't care about none of these knuckle draggers in the comments.
Look at the poll. I meant, dude, stop talking. Look at the poll. Holy fuck, dude. If like, actually, you are literally like, actually so annoying. No, pull it down for a minute.
Shit doesn't bother me.
Right, pull it down. Right, so we can actually have a legitimate back and forth conversation. Okay.
Parker, hold this L, dude.
You're not engaging. You're not
go
trying
look up everything I just told you. I challenge your people in your comments to go look at anything I said.
I'm not gonna do this shit anymore. I'm not gonna talk over you anymore. Right? Just be quiet. Okay? I'm sick of this fucking kindergartner bullshit. Can you please legitimately engage in genuine conversation that is back and forth, that's on topic that's relevant instead of this fucking bullshit that you're engaging in right now. This is not conducive towards actual productive conversation. You're coming on here just to fucking like get attention. That's what it seems like at this point. I gave you a poll, right? What does the poll fucking say? Exactly what I said before. Okay? So what you need to fucking get a grip on is reality, right? Because you're literally just coming on here trying to make a fucking like point out of nothing. Right, you really are. Like, come on, like, actually engage genuinely. I'm not coming on here, right, just like trying to like fucking fuck with people, like do dumb shit, not do anything productive. I come on here and I debate productive shit literally every single day, right? The only thing that's making it unproductive right now is how you're currently engaging in the conversation. Can you please legitimately engage in this? Like, I don't think I'm asking for too much, man. Yo, Haley, thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it, Haley. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You can unmute yourself, by the way.
Parker, I pulled up in the short bus and I took you to school. Can you admit that? Are you willing to admit, Parker, that I pulled up and I took you to school on the short bus? Huh? I don't see the results of your poll, and neither do the people in here. They're all saying, "Where's the poll? Where's the poll?"
The poll's the top left,
Look,
smart one.
Parker, I'm done. But you know what?
Poll's top left. Ryan, thank you for the 12-month. I appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Top left.
Let's see.
Andrea, thank you so much for the $20. I appreciate it. Thank you so much on Venmo. I appreciate it.
I don't see the results. Where are the results at?
It's the top left. It's right here.
I see it. I see the 767 votes. Where are the results?
The results are right below it, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. There's 889.
Let me see. I see 943, and I don't see the results yet.
The results are literally there already.
So one thing's going to be true. You. Okay, so what are they?
96% says
I don't see the results. I see the
96% says no.
Oh, suddenly they say no.
That's actually the exact same spread as it was last time.
Parker, are you going to sit here and tell me that last time you didn't sit here and say, "Hey, this poll's kind of sketchy"? Did you?
Yeah, because 4% of fucking people say it's okay.
Because what? 4%?
That's crazy. That's sketchy to me.
Parker,
why do 4% of people think that?
It was way higher than 4%. Well,
no, it was 4%. It literally was 4%.
Why is the left pushing that?
It's not the left. This chat is of left wing, right wing people. This is a public chat, public forum for people of all different beliefs.
I gave you the name of the senator in California with the last name of Wiener. Go figure. That is trying to pass laws not just to lower the age of consent to within 10 years, but trying to pass all kinds of laws to make minor attracted people a part of the LGBT community.
So I'm against those things. All right. So I don't know what you're talking about as it relates to that. And also, I'd of course be against anything that is about lowering the minimum age. I mean the age of consent. I think that we should increase it. Right. It being 16 in many states around the U.S. I think is disgusting as it relates to what you can do with like adults. Right. I think that clearly 16 is okay if you're talking about people who are around the age of 16 as well. But making the claim about 16-year-olds with adults, I think that's disgusting.
Well, I mean, I'll agree with you on that, but that doesn't negate the fact that you have senators, democratically appointed senators, that are trying to pass these laws, putting children in danger.
Well, I think that there are probably going to be Republicans as well.
My question to you is
doing that. So,
Parker, but my question to you and the people that you have in here: why do you have people that say vote blue no matter what? Just vote straight blue.
Because that's
why
like
do you not vote policy? Why do you not go through each individual person and look?
Because when they're talking about like this is where like things get like caught up, right? That's how people use like a guide for voting, right? I don't think that you should just vote Democrat no matter what. I think you should vote based upon policy, right? And then policy typically will lead you to voting towards Democrats.
Parker, come on, dude. The Democrats, they're
I'm not saying I like Democrats. I'm just saying that like they typically seem to be better in the U.S. comparative to the Republicans.
Bullshit. The Democrats have no morals. The Democrats,
Republicans have no morals.
Immigrants, as long as they have
Republicans have no morals.
Parker. Democrats love immigrants as long as they're not near them. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, they're in our neighborhood. Get the national.
Yeah, Republicans love fetuses as long
they're
as
in our
they're.
neighborhoods.
Wait,
oh my God, they're
Republicans.
stealing our funds.
Republicans love fetuses as long as they're not on. Republicans love fetuses as long as they're not getting school lunch, or as long as they're not getting access to like income assistance or Social Security or Medicare or Medicaid, right? Like
Parker, stop, dude.
Yeah. Republicans will care about fetuses until
that talking point,
until
that
that
moldy
point.
That moldy ass talking point doesn't hold water, dude. You know that.
That's not a moldy ass talking point. You just got, dude. That was a dunk. That was a dunk.
You got better arguments than that. Parker,
That's an argument against Republicans.
Hold this out, dude. I gotta go eat some pizza and watch The Sopranos.
You have no legitimate arguments. You have no reasoning.
Hold this out.
I'm surprised you didn't get banana today.
Parker, admit, Parker, because I'm speaking facts and your people actually listen. Hold this L. I'm gonna go eat my pizza, watch The Sopranos, and chill out with my wife. Let's go Trump, baby. Don't fall for the lies of the left. People, do your own research. The left is lying, and so is the right. Find the
you're
truth,
just uneducated, right?
Garbage. Yeah, bullshit. Uneducated, but I just took your ass to school, didn't I? Have a good one. Hold this L, Parker.
You can't. Can you even figure out how to leave the live? Hey, come on, man. Oh, he just figured it out. All right, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you think that, if you support Trump. We are, again, just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, Venmo and Cash App is in the bio, y'all. Let's go on to the next individual real quick, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
35.
For sure. Do you support Trump?
I do.
Why so?
I just kind of want to talk about, you said that both Biden and Trump are racist.
Yeah.
So I'll give an example how Biden's racist, and then you can give an example how Trump's racist. How about that?
So I just don't see anything productive coming from that conversation, as it would be both true on both sides. Appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Would you like to give me something that's relevantly distinct amongst Trump that doesn't exist amongst Biden that would indicate that you'd support Trump?
I just don't see the evidence that Trump's racist. I see evidence that Biden's racist.
Okay. If you think that there's evidence to conclude that Biden's racist, well, then there would clearly be evidence to conclude that Trump is racist.
Why would the two be similar? I don't get it.
Okay. So what do you classify as what's racist?
Racist terms that, for instance, Biden's on video saying poor kids can be just as smart as white kids.
Okay, so what about Trump saying they're rapists, they're criminals, some I assume are good people?
That doesn't seem like it's even close to comparison.
Do you not understand that he's referring to Mexican people, right, as they're rapists, they're criminals, and some I assume are good people? Like, that's talking about an overall group and saying that only some are good people, right? That's fucking wild. The fact that you don't look at that is crazy. Right, you're talking about like Biden misspeaking, right? Comparative to Trump, literally making a claim that, like, likely speaking, a majority of individuals who are Mexican are fucking rapists and criminals, and only some are good people, right? Like, are you kidding? That was a legitimate claim that was intentional versus literally a mistake.
So if he would have said some are rapists and criminals, would that have made it better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that because some indicates, right, an unknown amount, right? A small amount, typically, right?
Gotcha.
That would have been a correct statement.
Okay, so that's the only
the same. But then the same thing could have been said about United States citizens. Right?
True. Yeah.
Okay. Some are also rapists who are United States citizens and criminals. No, I wouldn't talk about United States citizens and be like, oh, they're rapists, they're criminals. Some I assume are good people. What? What the fuck are you talking about? That's a wild statement. Okay, if you're gonna make if anything, what you just gave me even more reason to believe that it's worse under Trump. Okay, can you please give me anything productive in this conversation? What's relevantly distinct amongst Trump? That means you support him.
Is that your only evidence that he's racist, though? Just that one thing?
That's the only thing we had to go over here. We can go over continually other things, but that was one thing. We brought up Central Park 5 earlier. We can talk about other things. Now, would you please like to give me something constructive?
Give me an example of what you want.
Of what?
What do you want to talk about specifically?
What's relevantly distinct amongst Trump and Biden that indicates specifically that Trump is someone in which you support or you'll vote for versus not with Biden?
Weren't you a Trump supporter before you supported Biden?
When I was 2016, I did, yeah.
Okay, tell me why.
Yeah, so at the time I was 8th grade. Okay, I grew up in a conservative Christian household. I was Christian, right? I was pro-life. I was pro-wall. I was like a libertarian-esque, low taxes type individual. And throughout time, right, I developed, based on my information, better approaches to these particular types of things. I have a broader understanding of economics. I have a broader understanding of how things operate, right? I'm smarter than I was, okay? And I think that I've adopted better positions by nature of that.
Okay, so you're saying just because you grew up in a Republican household, you just kind of adopted that theory without even thinking for yourself, just being like, oh, I must be Republican because my parents are.
No, I was more predisposed towards thinking that, and I thinking myself into these types of beliefs.
Okay, and then you changed your mind based on facts or based on opinion?
Based on facts.
Okay, so give me an example of a fact that made you change your mind.
For example, like understanding when sentience began, like the empirical notions around when sentience begins, right? If we want to relate to claims about like election fraud, right? We could talk about that. We can talk about the effectiveness of universal healthcare systems around the world. We can talk about the effectiveness of education, right, for people in terms of social mobility as it relates to like different types of countries in terms of the adaptation of different types of liberal policies like social safety nets, so social security, safety nets that are meant to be able to stabilize the middle class, right, and poor individuals in America, right? Those particular things, right? Studying those is what led to me to adopting the particular types of policies that I have now.
Gotcha.
Or that I support now.
So I understand the pro-choice argument. I'm actually pro-choice myself. But I think we should.
Why are you okay with Trump limiting access to abortion rights?
I think we should be consistent when we're pro-choice. So when it comes to abortion, pro-choice. When it comes to vaccines, we should be pro-choice. When it comes to masks, we should be pro-choice.
So say whatever you want, right, when it relates to that. If you're going to argue pro-choice, are you against Trump restricting access to abortion rights?
Yes.
Okay, so then why are you okay with supporting a candidate in which does restrict these access?
So there's nothing that you disagree with that Biden's done?
There are many things that I could disagree with that relates to Biden. I'm asking specifically when it relates. Hey everyone, I will be live around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so here in about 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that. I'm live a bit later today because I'm hanging out with my girlfriend today. I will see y'all then. Let me know what topic I should do in the comment section right now. I might just do the same topic I did yesterday. I'm thinking about it. I'll see. Hey everyone, I just got a suspension for bullying and harassment. It's obviously like a faulty ban. I'm hoping to get my account back here pretty soon. It says it's for a week. I hope to get it back. I'll let y'all know if there's any updates associated with it. If you do want any more updates and you see me get bananaed all the time, make sure to join my Discord. I do send updates to there every once in a while in case that this stuff does happen.